Anti-derivative Jill.
You know, I really wish they'd let us play music up here. Make these long trips go by a lot faster.
It's against regulations.
Yeah, I never understood that.
They just don't want us having a dance party when a proximity alert goes off.
See, that's a dumb reason. Because we'd already be on our feet, ready for action.
God, that never gets old.
Yeah, I gotta say, I love O'Brien playing the keyboards there. That is hilarious.
Yeah, me too. Hello, everyone. I'm Anti-Derivative Jill, and this is Shore Leave number 17. And it's a party today. It's happy Merry Christmas and happy holidays to everybody. And I'm so glad you guys decided to join me today to talk about whatever you would like.
Brain and brain. What is brain?
It's brain. It's gone.
Oh boy.
Brain.
So
Well,
Scotty wanted a poll, so we got a poll. There's a poll in the chat.
And I voted.
Oh.
I voted already.
What is the poll
Sure.
again? I forget.
Who are the best wizards? So the answers.
Yeah, it's a wizard pool.
It's a wizard poll, yeah.
Wow.
So that the choices are
That's good.
Hogwarts students, Jedi,
Ah,
Lord of the Rings,
Ooh.
or Dungeons
Oh,
and
wow.
Dragons.
Wow, we got a
Wow.
neck and neck between Jedi and Lord of the Rings here.
Nice.
Maybe I'm a
you
little.
will have to go be a tiebreaker.
Wow.
Oh, I
That's-
can feel your Gandalf all over me.
Hogwarts
Vote.
students specifically, Jill. Really?
Well, there's
Yeah.
certainly more wizards
Hogwarts
in Hogwarts than there'll ever be in Lord of the Rings.
You could have just said, Jill. You could have
I
just said
know.
wizards from Harry Potter. That would have made more
I
sense.
should have. Yeah, it
Well,
would have
no.
made more sense. But I didn't know what I was doing. I just made the poll really quick because Scotty said, "You don't have a poll?"
Yeah.
So I put a poll.
Well, and it's interesting because we're not talking about the graduates. We're just talking about the students.
You're
Yeah.
just talking about the just the students, not like
Well,
fully grown adult
well,
wizards in the
well-
wizarding world, not the professors or anything like that.
Yeah.
Just the,
But
just
the
the students.
but Dalek, the professors used to be students at one point.
Well, true, they did. Every wizard, every Witcher wizard in Britain, they all went to Hogwarts at some point. That's true.
But they're all a Witcher wizard at 11, is it? Or
Yeah,
younger,
11.
really, like from birth,
Well,
I
11
they're-
years
think.
old.
Well, they're born. You're either born,
born
a Witcher
magical.
wizard or you're not,
Yeah.
and you don't really. Your magic doesn't really begin to show until like until you're like 10 or 11, and when you turn 11, that's when you get your acceptance
Your
letter.
letter.
That's when the
to
junk mail
Hogwarts.
arrives.
Yeah, well, I went for Hogwarts just for sheer number.
Well, and it's interesting because I'm curious about the other like schools.
I
Like
mean,
where
I
are
mean, I
do they
think-
mention
I mean, I
them in the
think-
books or the movies?
I mean,
Oh, yeah, they do.
Yes, there are others. There are
Yeah.
other wizarding schools
Rowling
besides
knows her
Hogwarts. There's
own mythology.
loads of. I mean, for
Yeah,
that,
loads.
there's loads of other schools besides Hogwarts.
Does Australia have a wizarding school?
Almost
I'd
certainly.
say, yeah.
I think there's
yeah.
4 in
think they
America
do.
alone, North America.
America
Four?
has
4 or 5.
Is there
Oh,
one
yeah.
in Canada?
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah.
Nice.
Yeah,
Where?
Yeah, there's wiz- I'd
Or
say
I
there's
guess I'm a
wiz-
muggle. I'm
most
not allowed to know.
likely wizard schools all over the world.
The only one that I know about in North America is Ilvermorny, and that's the one that Newt Scamander goes. Or wait, not Newt Scamander. Newt Scamander went to Hogwarts, but
Newt-
he goes
Newt
to
went-
America
Newt
and he
went-
meets people
Newt
who went to Ilvermorny.
Newt originally went to Hogwarts, Jill. Yeah.
Hello
So
to
where's-
pop culture curator. How
I
are
guess
you?
there's no geographical. Hey,
Oh.
pop culture curator.
DJ Play
DJ
Nice.
Play Nice.
Hi, Pop. Hi, DJ.
Well, there's Durmstrang, which is the Russian one.
Durmstrang.
Then if you
And
go to France,
Bobaton.
Bobaton
yeah,
is the
Bobaton is
Bobaton
him.
is the French or European one. Yeah.
Gavin Blackburn makes a really excellent point. Jedi are only referred to as wizards is defensive bad Star Wars, as in it's just space wizards for children.
Oh, I never said that there's, well, I didn't say they're for children, but
Yeah.
they're very clearly
Yeah, I
wizards.
wouldn't call Jedi wizards as such.
I would. They make things levitate, and they use the Force.
Not
The
it's
Force
not-
is basically
it's not,
magic.
It's not the same thing, Jill. It's not the same
Well,
thing.
Okay.
Oh, Mark Harkness is correcting me. There are not loads. North America has Ilvermorny, Beauxbaton in France, Durmstrang in Hungary. There's one in Japan, but that one covers all Asia. I feel certain that there's more than one in North America. I seem to remember that there were 4, but I read that once and I read all about it, and then it completely left my brain. So I don't have it. I don't have it memorized.
I do want to
I don't
respond to
either.
Gavin Blackburn in terms of the what do you call it? Saying that it's space wizards for children. I know that some people have made that argument on the internet. My perspective has been actually Jedi are a gateway to other wizards.
I don't
They
think
haven't
Jedi
put
is
me
wizards
off.
at all.
They are.
don't do incantations. They
No,
don't
they
have a
just move stuff
wand.
with their mind, and they can shoot lasers from their fingers, and they're actually
Yeah.
a Sith.
Well,
But like, there's magical powers involved.
This is true.
You accept it
Force-
because it's the Force,
The
quote unquote.
the Force isn't magic, as far as I know.
Really? You subscribe to the midichlorian theory?
Well, that's
It's not a theory, right? It's actual
Perk
science.
130
It was
says I
canon.
didn't get into wizard school. I had to go to Warlock Community College. Oh,
oh, that sucks.
sad.
With Julian
I did
Sand.
my time in community college. That was after I went to university. So
I went to
Nice.
college and university, so yeah, I know exactly. what you're
Gavin
saying there.
Blackburn says Lord of the Ring wizards are the best, but only in the movies. The Amazon series doesn't count.
That's
yeah,
true.
it don't
Fair-
count.
fair
You're right
enough.
about that.
What was it? And I feel the same way about that Lord of the Rings theory, and I'm not, series. I'm not much of a Lord of the Rings fan, but it's like,
No.
it doesn't count. It's not.
mean,
It's
here's
not.
the-
If someone were to say watch the Lord of the Rings, I wouldn't even consider watching the series.
Hey, Lemma.
It's like Watchmen. Like, I have Watchmen as a gag, like the TV show, but it's
Yeah.
not the book.
No,
it's
I'm not going there. I'm not going
Yeah.
there at all. I'm sorry. I
What's the
can't
name
do
of
it.
What's the name of that old wizard from Lord of the Rings?
Merry
Yeah.
Christmas to Lemon Pie.
Merry
and
Christmas,
hello-
lemon pie.
Hello to
Lemon.
Mark
Christmas,
Harkness
Lemon.
and also Penny. So good to see you, Penny.
Penny.
Hi, Penny.
That's an old Pee Wee Herman joke from his TV show.
Oh, I remember those. The stop motion Penny. She was great. I always think of Penny and Bray.
FAHC 2005 says yes. The Hogwarts in Australia.
No,
that-
no. Do not dox Hogwarts. No. No.
Don't quote.
That
Well,
can't
it's
be
okay
right.
if
It's-
you're a
there's
muggle
only-
and you go up to Hogwarts. It's not
There's
really-
only one.
It's never
there's,
good
only,
to dox
either.
anybody anywhere.
there's only one Hogwarts, and it's and the only there are except again, there are other wizard schools besides Hogwarts.
Hello,
Hey, Rick.
Frankel Walker and
There's-
Pop Culture Curator. Great to see you.
Good to see you, man.
Hi,
Be
pop
well.
culture.
Keith E is just lurking, and may all ancient astronaut theories in 2024 say no at least once.
Aliens. No, I really enjoy.
Oh, that's the address of the home of the North Melbourne Kangaroos.
Oh, nice.
Okay. I have no idea
Oh.
what that is, but I'll go
Oh,
with it.
okay. So, FKHC is saying that the kangaroos in Australia are wizards, specifically at that address.
Okay.
It is a weird place,
Oh
Australia.
boy.
What am
Hey, I just want to mention, Jill, I like your little Spock, Christmassy Spock in the upper right corner here. That's pretty
Yes. I especially
Wait.
like the little Christmas ball in his hand. That's
cool.
great.
Exactly. It's awesome. I love
He
it.
makes it.
It's totally cool.
Well, Scotty asked for a gift for the corner, and I was like, you know what? You're right. And I found one.
You made a good one there, Jill.
This
That's
is
a good
quite-
gift.
Well, I found it.
Oh, you found it. Oh, okay.
Lord of the Rings wizards are like, wow, 45 to 30% Jedi down. Dungeons and
Wow.
Dragons fans, good for you, and Hogwarts students, not the graduates.
Yeah, I made a mistake there.
You did.
So if
Jill,
you are
could've-
voting, just include everybody.
You just
Yeah.
should have
Because
said Harry
I'm
Potter.
excluding Merlin and
You should have
You
just said
should-
Oh,
Harry
we did
Potter
forget about
wizard.
Merlin.
Yeah, Merlin's.
Yeah,
Yeah, Merlin was an actual wizard in Harry Potter universe. Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
maybe
he
we
was
should
in Slytherin.
close this one and just like, who is your favorite wizard? And I'm saying Yoda is in there.
I think Merlin was pre-Hogwarts.
Oh
Yeah.
yeah. Oh yeah.
Um,
Merlin was way before.
No.
Hogwarts
He went to
even
he went to
existed.
Hogwarts. He was Slytherin.
No, Merlin is pre-Hogwarts.
Yeah.
Then
I'm-
why
I think-
why is he attributed
pretty
to
sure
a
he
house
is.
if he didn't go to Hogwarts?
I
Wait,
Oh,
have
no.
idea.
Wait, where'd you get the idea?
Maybe you're
wait,
thinking of Mervyn.
Merlin was in Slytherin. Where'd you get that?
Yeah, the Harry Potter lore.
Huh, wow, that's new. That's news to me.
Yes, Merlin's beard. That's new to me.
Merlin's beard, exactly.
He was
I would've-
sorted into Slytherin. That's so
Like I wanted to talk about wizards, and
Yes,
I'm
what-
just totally. I have no idea what you guys are talking about.
I mean, and Lord of the Rings, there's like 3 wizards that we can name, and there may be more, but
Is Tom
there's
Bombadil as
only
a
3.
he's a
No,
wizard?
Bombadil's like a demigod.
Yeah,
He
he's
is
better
not
than a wizard.
He's just different.
Yeah, I like
not
him.
a
He's my
wizard,
favorite.
yeah.
Never read it.
But there's Schmendrick in The Last Unicorn. He's very wonderful because he's sort of a schlemiel. He's a pathetic wizard.
Schlemazel. Awesome.
Okay, so
Exactly.
Hogwarts was founded in the 10th century, and
Yeah,
that's also
it
the
was.
century in which Merlin was born. So he was one of the first students at Hogwarts.
So he went. So he was.
This is from a wiki. I
Merlin
take it?
Merlin was
It's
around
from
during
the
the time
it's
of the
from the
Hog-
books. It's
the ti- during the time of the founders.
it is on the wiki, but it is definitely in the books
Then he
because
must
that's
have
where I
been-
learned it.
He must
Which
have been
book?
hand. That means he
The
must
Harry
have been
Potter
hand.
books, they mention it.
He must
Well,
have
and
been
Someone
it's
hand,
been a
please
long
let
time
Alex
since I read.
speak.
That means he must have been handpicked and hand taught by Salazar Slytherin himself. Wow. Unless that's
Yeah, that's what I'm
unless that was after Slytherin left the school.
Oh yeah, I don't know the timeline. Let's see.
Well, and my interest in all of this became apparent within the last week because I took I put on the sorting hat, and apparently I'm Hufflepuff.
Did you do it officially?
I did it on like a quiz. Yeah,
Oh
like
no,
someone
no.
administered
Did you
the quiz.
Did you go to Rowling's website and do it there?
Did you go to
I
the
don't
actual?
know.
Yeah, was it on the?
Yeah,
wiz-
it was
was
the
it on a,
it was the
was it-
official
was
questions.
it on a
I
site
got
called? Was it on a site called Wizarding World?
look.
Jill,
I
you
conducted
administered
the
the test,
testing.
so-
I did. I
think
administered the test.
I think that's like
And the
official.
questions that I got from I
That's-
used the official questions from J.K. Rowling's own
Wizarding
hand,
World.
but
Wizarding
the-
World.
what I
It
did-
used to be.
what I-
It used to be called Pottermore, but they changed the
Yes.
name.
yeah. So those are the same
Yes.
questions, but when you go to Pottermore, they don't ask you all of the questions. So I showed him the test that has all the questions. So he answered all of the Pottermore questions, and
Gracious.
so
Okay,
it was
okay.
more accurate than Pottermore itself.
Well, I'm kind of PO'd because I mean, initially, of course, we all want to be in Harry's house.
No, I don't.
Gryffindor.
And then gradually, I kind of thought,
I'm Team Edward.
I suspect I'm a Hufflepuff.
That's not even Harry Potter.
Oh no,
No, but no, the Robert
Pattinson was a
Pattinson,
Hufflepuff. Diggory was a Hufflepuff.
Oh, that's true. Oh, yeah, that's right.
He was like
You're
the
right.
king of the mountain
Yeah.
for one of the movies.
Yeah,
he was
because
like,
I'm-
"Welcome
you're
our
right.
greatest
I'm,
wizard
I'm
guy."
extremely
yeah,
loyal.
The guy, the guy who played what's his face from those god
Robert Pattinson.
Batman.
Our
Yeah, him.
Pats.
He was Cedric Diggory in
The handsome
in Goblet
boy.
of Fire. Yeah.
And then I went to Wizarding World, and oh my god, I'm so pissed. They put me in frickin' Ravenclaw, and I'm so angry. I did not
Why
get
are
a
you
choice.
angry at
What's
that? It
wrong
means
with-
you're.
I didn't want to be in
If you're in
Ravenclaw.
if you're in
You're
Ravenclaw,
intellectually superior.
So they say, and I
Yeah.
do. Of all the characters, I identify most with Luna. I do, but
Okay.
still,
Yeah, she's my favorite.
just
I have her
grr,
one. But
grr.
did you
well,
take,
well,
did you
remember,
take
she's
the quiz?
well. Keep in mind, she's a Ravenclaw.
I understand
Luna.
that very well. Yes.
See, I can't really judge any of the other houses because one of the defining factors of a Hufflepuff is that they include everybody. When finding out what
Yeah.
each one of them meant, and I found out that Gryffindor is for the brave people, Slytherin is for the cunning people, and Ravenclaw is for the smart people, and Hufflepuff is for the rest.
No, Hufflepuff is for the loyal people, the people who get it done, the people
Like
who come
Samwise
and help you
Gamgees?
move. When you call your friends to help you move, it's the Hufflepuffs who show up.
I usually do that. That's
the
me.
traits that define that represent each of the four houses. For Gryffindor, it's Gryffindor, courage. Slytherin, ambition. Ravenclaw, knowledge. Hufflepuff, loyalty.
Loyalty. I love that.
Well, I'm a Capricorn Hufflepuff.
Gavin Black.
Oh my God,
says,
a Capricorn. No wonder we bump heads.
Oh, hey, the best Merlin was from the movie Excalibur, played by Nicole Williamson.
True
the
story.
movie describes him as
Yeah.
a necromancer.
Well, I mean, I think you have
do
to
love that
consider
movie.
who's speaking when he's called a necromancer. You have to consider who that word is coming from. Now, my favorite Merlin is the Disney one in Sword in the Stone.
Oh, nice. I've never seen it.
Get out.
I can't.
I really do
Why
like the
can't you?
Excalibur Merlin.
Because I'd be lying if
Yes,
I changed my
be here.
mind.
Well, you
now
must.
that's a fun, I admit, yeah, that is a pretty fun version of Merlin.
It's so much fun. Yes, he's befuddled all the time, but wonderful.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, somebody put up recently a little clip. It's like 30 seconds, and it's his owl Archimedes laughing at one of his attempts to make something that's out of time. I think he's trying to make a little flying plane like Leonardo da Vinci's, and it crashes, and Archimedes laughs. He laughs until he's gasping and crying for a full 30 seconds. You don't see that in movies anymore. They just have to move too fast.
Well, I like
Yeah.
what I like about older movies, Tiger Stripes, is they could let a scene go for 3 or 4 or 5 minutes with a couple of actors just doing dialogue, and it was really good dialogue, and it was a great scene. And
Yeah,
And
it
what-
allows
what
the
I love
moment
it-
to breathe.
when do you see a
Completely.
4 or 5 minute scene in a movie anymore?
Tarantino, Wes Anderson.
Yeah, but it's
Anderson,
not.
yes.
It's not as
Anderson
common
and
as it.
Tarantino.
It's not as common as
Only
it once
people
was,
with
though.
control.
Scorsese still does it.
Yeah, but it's not as common as it was, say, back in the 60s or 70s, right?
Oh, absolutely. No, and that's no argument. But to say that it's not being done, I think is
No.
like, it's still being done,
I just
and
mean
they're
Lemon
in
Pie.
good movies too.
I didn't mean to
Lemon pie.
overgeneralize. I didn't mean to overgeneralize, but I mean, it is a less of a thing.
Franco
It's more-
Walker says to please subscribe, share, hit the like, and select the live chat. Thank you so much, Franco Walker.
Yay!
Yay! Please
Yay!
do that. And Lemon Pie says left off of Jill's poll, but rightfully so. The Wizard of Oz.
Yes,
Oh,
because
he's a
he's
wizard.
not truly a wizard.
Right.
the horse
he
of a
was,
different
He's
color.
a sham.
He was a
Yeah,
muggle.
he was a charlatan. A complete
Yes.
fraud. He
Perfect
wasn't
word.
really a wizard.
He was
Yeah,
a
it's fair enough.
con man, basically.
See,
Yeah.
and I think now
Yeah,
we,
he came in on his hot air balloon and thought he could tell everybody what for.
James Franco, everybody.
But
But
the
con men
Wizard of
have their own
Oz.
kind of magic because they can really read people.
Mark Harkness says Die Hard is not a Christmas movie. It's a Harry Potter movie because it's got
Oh my
the
God.
actor Alan Rickman.
Ah,
Who
Alan
plays
Rickman.
Severus
Rickman.
Played Snape. That's right. He's the guy who played Snape. Yeah. And he was brilliant at it.
He was brilliant at everything.
He was the
Well,
voice
definitely.
of God
And
in
it plays
Dogma.
in.
Hmm.
Yeah, he was. And it plays
I think I
into
first saw
one
him
of-
in Truly Madly Deeply.
Apparently,
Well, I
that's
love
like-
him in
and-
Galaxy Quest.
true. Oh,
Mm-hmm.
also he was in the January Man with Kevin Kline. Clobby's here.
Yeah, usually Clobber times he's always lurking, And so it's so exciting to see him in the chat. He says, Merry Christmas, Jill, panel, and chat. So
Merry Christmas, Clubby.
I always have this clip for you. I never play it.
Listen, you bunch of tarts. It's clobbering time.
Perfect.
Oh god, that episode is so good. If you've never seen that particular episode of Red Dwarf, it is amazing.
I like it too. The polymorph.
The polymorph. It's called polymorph.
Most of Red Dwarf is pretty awesome, isn't it, guys? Like, I mean, that's one of the great sci-fi comedies of all time. Like,
absolutely, without question.
Love that show. I love that show so much.
And it's and it's British comedy too. That makes it even better.
Well, Britcoms are a big thing. Like here in Canada, Dalek, you may not realize that back in the 70s, the PBS station in Seattle, which is just like a 5-hour drive south of me, they started showing all kinds of Britcoms like Red Dwarf, Faulty Towers, Monty Python. There's Britcom crazy. And I, of course, as a teenager back then, I was just eating all that stuff out, watching it every week, right? So I'm very well versed.
Blackadder.
Oh, Blackadder! Love Blackadder. Mr. Bean. It goes on
Mr.
and on,
Bean.
right?
Yeah.
There's so many great Britcoms. I love Britcoms. Have you guys ever heard of a show called Good Neighbors? That was a Britcom that I really love too. I think it had a different name over in the UK though. Actually, Dalek. I think they renamed it here in North America, but that was a great one.
My favorite Britcom is Doctor Who.
They didn't call it. It wasn't called.
It's more of a It's more of a tragedy now, isn't it, Scotty?
I don't know. It ended with Capaldi. I don't know.
It wasn't called The Good Life over here, was it?
Good Life. That's the one. Thank you, Dalek. Thank you. Yes, Good Life. Yeah.
The Good Life.
I love that show. That was like years ahead of its time because the whole plot line was, the couple decide they're going to be self-sufficient, right? And
that's right. Yeah.
They rototills the yard and they plant a garden and they're raising chickens, and it's hilariously funny that they're trying to basically live off the grid and live out of the system, so to speak, right?
Yeah.
And,
right.
It's a very interesting show. I think it's very funny, but it's got some interesting ideas too, right?
And they live next to these neighbors who are the exact opposite of everything they're trying to be.
Exactly. The posh, pompous couple next door, right?
Yeah, exactly.
But the thing is, they're still good friends, even though they're different social classes. They're still good friends, which kind of makes the series even more fun. So, I love that show.
We got a change in the poll, ladies and gentlemen.
Oh, no.
I don't know what's going on.
Oh yes, I closed the last poll. So the last poll, Lord of the Rings won, and I'm fine with that. I love Lord of the Rings.
I gotta go right now.
No, it's over.
It's over. That's not fun.
Yeah, there's only one return, and it's of the Jedi, not of the King.
No. The Die Hard poll. The Die Hard poll is over?
No, it's open.
No, I just started.
You gotta go do it.
So I just opened a new poll. Is Die Hard 2 also a Christmas movie? Because we all know Die Hard is a Christmas movie. That's not up for debate. But whether or not Die Hard 2 is.
You get, at the end of the movie, you get Dennis Farina tearing up a parking ticket saying it's Christmas. And then the music swells. And it is let it snow, let it snow, let it snow. Like, I don't know how much more of an ending that you need to say it's Christmas. Now, Die Hard 1, of course, is a Christmas. It's snowing, negotiable bearer bonds from the
the whole movie
rooftop.
takes place during Christmas, so yes.
Yeah, but it's Christmas week in Washington Dulles Airport. And Sloan from Deep Space Nine is doing naked judo, and he's taking over the airport because he's trying to get this guy from
naked judo. God. What? Okay,
he does naked judo. Totes. You get to see his bum.
I actually landed in that airport when I went to Washington. By the way,
I've never had.
I've actually been there. Not that that means anything, I suppose, but.
And John McClane.
So are we going to discuss our favorite Christmas films at some point?
Oh, today? That would be great. Yeah. That'd be awesome.
Clobbering Time says, watch Die Hard 2 again yesterday
Actually,
for the billionth time.
Billionth time?
It's
Wow.
Christmas
I actually
enough.
have a bit. That
Hmm.
I actually had a bit of a question for everybody, particularly the chat, but I didn't get to quite say it. But then back to the whole wizards thing. Just a moment. Who do you think would win in a fight? The wizard from Lord of the Rings. What was his name? Gandalf or Dumbledore?
Gandalf.
Oh, I think
yeah,
that's
Gandalf
I think that's
is
I
the
think
supernatural
That's a draw.
being. So
It's a draw. Like Harry and Voldemort, it's a draw. There's no winner there.
I'd say Gandalf. Gandalf is more of a god kind of creature. Dumbledore is immortal.
I would like to correct myself. I said Dennis Farina at the end of Die Hard 2. It's actually Dennis Franz. I'm sorry about that.
Keep your Dennis's straight, man.
I can't help it. What was it? I was watching the music video for What Would Brian Boitano Do from South Park, Bigger, Longer, and Uncut. And so they're singing about Brian Boitano, and all of a sudden it's like, did you call me? And it's like, who are you? I'm Brian Dennehy. And they're like, no, not Brian Dennehy. Get out of here. So
That's pretty good.
Who's
it
Brian
reminds
Dennehy?
me of the mix-up of the Dennises with the Bryans.
Oh, Lord of the Rings.
Oh, Brian Dennehy was a wonderful, wonderful actor.
Absolutely.
He was
Yeah.
damn good. Yes.
Convinced Lemon Pie to vote yes on the Die Hard 2 poll.
Thanks, Lemon.
Yeah.
Gavin Blackburn says Muppets Christmas Carol is a top tier Christmas movie. I just saw
Gavin-
that for the first time this year.
I love Muppets Christmas Carol.
I still
It's
haven't
great.
seen it.
It's my favorite Christmas movie.
I have not seen that one either. Actually, Tiger Stripe.
Interesting. I would say that mine is the musical
watch.
Scrooge with Albert Finney as the
I might
title.
watch that on. I might watch that on Christmas Eve.
Die Hard. That's Die Hard night. So
And you want a girlfriend.
yeah.
Just saying.
What, watching
Oh,
Die Hard
no.
on Christmas Eve? Hey, at least it's not Lethal Weapon.
You may find one. You may find somebody. There's someone for everyone.
That's what I've heard.
It's true. Tiger
That's
Stripes,
what they
don't worry
say.
about Scotty. He's got a copy of The Notebook in cellophane waiting for the perfect girl.
It's a true story. That is an absolutely true story.
Well, sometimes it might be good to find somebody weird enough where they'll like something that you wouldn't think they would like, and that might be your perfect, your perfect mate. You never know, right? So
Well, I don't know. I don't
try to
know.
keep an
Well,
open
if you get
mind.
lucky.
Keep an open mind.
Oh yeah, so there's nothing more fun than watching something you really want to see on Christmas Eve while your significant other is giving you the glare. Yeah, that makes for perfect
But no,
I
sure,
prefer to.
felicity.
I
sure there must be women out there that do love Die Hard and like watch it at Christmas. I'm sure there are
I'm
some
sure we
women.
can count them on one hand, but
I'm
well,
just saying.
so far, one hand is all I'm stuck with on New Year's Eve. No, moving
Paul
on.
Meany
Oh,
plays
there we
a
go.
pilot
There's
in Die Hard
There's
2.
Scotty. Thank you, Scotty, for the Scottyism.
Oh, come on. But what I'm saying is that we would put it on and then we wouldn't pay attention to it. We would decorate trees or wrap presents or whatever. It would it's just something in the background. It's part of the experience of being with the person and being like, what do you want to watch on Christmas Eve? Maybe she'll say Scrooged. Maybe she'll say Lethal Weapon. I don't know. She's weird. She's with me in this hypothetical.
They like you very much, but they are not the hell your whales.
I just love it. Thank you, Jill, for
Ah.
breaking up everything with those little clips. That's good. Oh, God. Christmas is coming up way too fast again,
Wow.
like it does every year.
that's
Crimson
very
Mist says, I just
inclusive.
recently watched The Muppet Family Christmas. It featured all of Jim Henson's creations, including Sesame Street and Fraggle Rock. I've never seen
Wow.
this. Have you seen it, Scotty?
I've
I've
seen
never
it.
Yeah.
heard of it.
I've
I've
not
seen
seen
that.
that.
I've seen that. It's a very pleasant. It's a very pleasant, very simple, very Christmas heavy watch.
Yeah.
I think you'd like it. You saw it. It's just nice and all of the Muppet characters all together meeting at was it Fuzzy
Fozzie's
Bear's
mom's house.
Fuzzy's mother's
Was it made
house for
Was
Christmas.
it made for TV? Is it an hour
Yeah.
or 2 hours?
It's an hour.
Well-
It's an hour.
Well, I don't
It's
know how
not-
you
it's-
fit
it's
all
not-
of those
it's not
characters
very-
into 1 hour.
Yeah, it's not very long.
They basically, like, the entire plot of the story is that it's snowing outside and they all get sort of trapped at Fozzie's mom's house, and then I think Kermit is
Yeah.
late. And
There's a bit of
but
a-
yeah, then the Fraggles show up, Sprocket is there, and
The
yeah,
char-
no, it's
all
really
all the
yeah,
characters from Sesame Street as well.
yeah, Ernie, Bert, Big Bird, Oscar. Like, they do the whole kit and caboodle.
and
It's
there's
like
just
the
a-
greatest.
and there's
It's
a-
like
and
the
there's a
Avengers
tiny bit of-
Infinity War, or no,
And there's
Endgame.
a tiny bit of
Of
tension
Muppets.
what will Miss Piggy make it in time for Christmas? Something like that.
Well, and Gonzo dies of a heart attack.
Is that the whole plot?
Hey, Bert and Ernie must be in it, right?
Yes, I think so.
Good.
Yeah, they
I like
they
Bert and
are.
Ernie.
Yeah,
Bert and Ernie
Bert-
are cool. They're my favorite characters from that Henson universe. Bert and Ernie are cool.
Well, they're so popular that they made the television show Perfect Strangers out of them.
Well, and I also heard that the names for them came
boy.
from a Christmas movie called "It's a Wonderful Life." Has
That
Bert
is
and Ernie.
right. You got to
Oh,
watch that movie,
Yes.
Jill. That's a great movie.
I
And
didn't
it
know
is
that.
true. Bert and Ernie are two significant secondary characters in that movie.
They're the cop and the taxi driver.
The cop and the taxi driver. That is correct,
I
Irish
think.
Stripes. Yep, you're absolutely right.
Yeah.
And I didn't know that.
I really love
Yeah,
that. Was
they-
my mother's favorite
They
Christmas
serenade
movie.
the newlyweds in their completely
That's right.
run down house.
Yes,
I
it's
love you
great.
truly, truly, dear.
That's a
Yeah,
great
it's
scene. I
lovely.
love that scene. Yeah, that was my mom's favorite Christmas movie. I used to watch it every year with her on
Oh, it's
Christmas
in the
Eve.
it's in the top 10 for sure.
Oh yeah. Well, she loved Jimmy Stewart, right? I think Jimmy Stewart reminded my mom of her dad because my granddad, he was a sweet man, just like Jimmy in that movie. And he had a big heart and a very thoughtful mind, and he was a great man, and I miss him dearly.
Mhm.
Not to get maudlin, sorry.
Well, no, it's
You're
okay
lucky to have
because
known him.
we watch these movies with our family, and it's really
Mhm.
those are some great
Yeah.
traditions that you can hold on to.
Indeed.
Yeah. Since my mom passed like 7 years ago, though, it's never been quite the same. When I watch that, it's always a tinge of sadness when I look at it now. So, oh, geez. Sorry, guys. I didn't mean to be a bummer.
Well,
Anyway, let's
that comes
talk about
along
some-
with the Christmas season, though. Is you
Yes, it
remember the
does.
people
A
that
lot of
you
us feel that
celebrated
way.
it with.
There is a lot of sadness
Yes.
at Christmas, isn't there, guys? Yes.
I
that's
don't know
true.
about a lot, but I think part of it too is there's a level of excitement and anticipation when you're a child that you never regain once you're an adult.
Oh,
And you
yes.
do look back on it wistfully, and I think everybody sort of feels that, except for people who had really terrible childhoods. And I love you all. God,
Yeah.
Yeah,
God holds
yeah,
you.
especially when you're the mom and you're the one wrapping all the presents, so you see all the presents, even your presents. So nothing's a surprise for you.
Oh
I
my
hope
God,
you're-
poor
I hope
Jill. I'm sure, but that's actually true for me this year too. Yes, my bro and I give each other presents to wrap for the other. So if you don't do that early enough, you kind of know what you're getting. if you can do it a month in advance, you kind of forget, and you do get surprised
Oh,
again.
that's the
But
key. I need to wrap my
It
presents
really
earlier.
is. It really is.
Wrap your
I forgot about
presents in
that.
wrap your presents in July, Jill, and you'll be good.
There you go. Well, my miserable
It's Christmas
tradition is to
time.
do the wrapping on Christmas Eve, and this year I will not
Oh, my
do that. I'm
Lord.
going to get it all done before.
Fortunately, the only
I already
people
have it all done.
The only people I have
that's-
the shot for is
You are my idol. Yes, that's why I'm
only-
here, to be more like you.
the only people I have the shot for is my cousin and his wife, because they're the only family I've got left in the world, and all my friends moved away years ago. So it's like it's pretty easy, right? It's like one gift bag and I'm done. Oh boy.
You
I
can
said- I-
find it on YouTube.
I just
And I'll just say here, because I am a bit cruel, gift bags are cheating. So
Oh,
Well-
right, not wrapping it instead of wrapping
Yeah.
not wrapping.
no,
Yes.
but that's
gift
what I
bags are
always
cheating.
that's what I get from them too. They always just do the
That's
gift
another
because they're
good
very
goal.
they have
But you
very
could
busy
still take it
days.
up a level. You could still level up. Woof.
Anyway, we have an understanding. We give each other what we give, and it's all good. So as long as you're giving something, that's the main thing, right?
Gift bags are cheating. I won't say it again.
FKHC 2005 says, and no, They're not life partners. I asked someone who worked on Sesame Street at the beginning of the show. He did the claymation shorts and helped get the show off the ground. Yeah, I never thought that myself. They're
Yeah,
roommates.
I agree. They're just roommates. That whole thing about their same-sex couple or whatever, always thought that was nonsense. I mean, especially in
That is
a
nonsense.
kid show with Jim Henson producing, it's like, no, I don't think so. Oh, I just want to mention, Jill,
Well, I mean, yeah,
enjoy wrapping those gifts for your kiddies every year because
I do.
those years are going to go by very fast, and it won't be too long. Those kiddies will grow up and they'll move out,
Yeah,
and
yeah. Well,
you know,
when you grow up, the shift goes from you getting to be the one to be surprised to sharing that with your
yeah.
kids. So
I'm
that's
just saying though,
I'm enjoying it for sure.
just maximize the enjoyment when you're wrapping those gifts. It's just what I wanted to remind you of. That's all.
Of course. Crimson Mist says, as an adult, Christmas time, it's better to give than receive. Exactly. That's right. That's the joy in the sharing. Because as a grown up, you can buy, depending on your budget and everything, you can buy pretty much whatever you want, and there's no restriction on what you receive. So it's more fun to give. Makes sense. I completely agree to FKH. Bert and Ernie are like the odd couple.
That was a TV show and a movie back then, by the way, Jill.
Garfield the cat said it best. It's not the getting. It's not the giving. It's the loving. Now get out of here. Oh, yeah. I love that special. It's so cute. Odie makes Garfield a back scratcher. It's really cute.
I really liked Garfield in the early years, but after a while, I thought it kind of lost its way. I think the early ones are the best ones.
I don't know. I like the 90s Garfield.
I guess it depends when you grew up, right? It's like I like the first few years. I thought it was great, and then there was a certain point somehow, he just lost his touch as far as the writing went, and I just lost interest after that. So, but that's me.
Okay. Well, I don't know.
No, but sometimes things do go that way, right? Where you
For a
think
little
this
bit
is
of-
great, and well, it's like The Simpsons. I love The Simpsons for like the first 4 seasons or whatever, and
Oh, hell.
once they started getting celebrities on the show, it's just like, no, I'm not watching this anymore. I just got bored.
I started watching it from season 1 to see when it drops off for me. I can't make it past season 13. I get bored somewhere around there.
It's been going way too long.
You
way too long.
did better. You did better than me, Jill.
How far do you get in your watch through?
I mean, I've watched a lot of The Simpsons, but in my opinion, the best seasons are at least seasons 1 to 9.
Yeah,
I guess I just have a little more intolerance.
The early seasons are far better than the later stuff. Definitely, I agree.
I think the best. What's your favorite? If you have a favorite episode, what's your favorite episode of The Simpsons?
Oh God, I don't remember the title, but do you remember the one? It's early on. I think it's within the first 3 seasons, and it's the one where Homer takes he takes a skateboard, right? And he is going to jump over a canyon on the skateboard, and he's going. He's in midair. He's going, I can make it. I can make it. I can make it. I can't make it. And then he falls down the cliff.
I know exactly what you're talking about.
There's an extended cut of him falling.
I'm gonna make it. I'm gonna make it. This is the greatest day of my life. I'm king of the world.
I do. I just love that episode. Is burned into my brain forever. And then the helicopter from the hospital comes to rescue him. They put him on the stretcher. And they're still bouncing him off the cliff walls, right? And he's like, ow, ow. Oh, that's gold.
And then you put him in the ambulance. The ambulance hits in the tree, and he rolls down the cliff. And
I know. It's perfect. I love that episode. It's just insane, tragic comedy all the way. Yeah, that's my favorite episode. What's yours, Dalek? Is that yours too?
Oh man,
so good.
It's a great episode just for that alone, for that classic moment alone.
Oh.
Yes, but but
Yeah.
it's not my. I don't think it's my top favorite exactly. I think my top favorite one is probably the one I've watched the most times, and that's probably Who Shot Mr. Burns.
Oh, that's a good one too.
Oh yeah, I remember being a kid, like wondering that was a really great mystery.
That was the best cliffhanger since Best of Both Worlds Part 1.
It was. I want to say hello to Matt G and also to Gap After Dark. Great to see you
Hi,
guys.
Matt and Gap. Hey,
Swifty and Gap.
Was
that was the name of Bart the Daredevil. That was the name of the episode.
Oh, cool. Awesome. Thank you, Dalek. What's the Mr. Burns, Who Shot Mr. Burns one? Was that a parody of Dallas, Who Shot JR?
Of course it was.
Yeah. I just wanted to confirm it if you guys, figured the same thing. I mean, that's what I always thought. So,
I had friends who were really invested in Dallas in their university years. It was on at noon on the Nashville network.
I feel sorry for them.
You gotta remember that Homer didn't jump across the gorge on purpose. He was trying to stop Bart from doing it.
Oh,
right.
Was he?
Yes.
Oh.
Yeah.
Yes, he was.
Oh, shit.
He wasn't
Well,
just doing it.
I haven't seen the episode in like 30 years, guys, so I'm sorry. My memory's not that perfect.
Well, I like the episode where Homer goes to space.
Oh, that is a good one.
I don't know
200
if I've seen
Quatloos
that
on the
one.
newcomers.
Okay, what season is that, Jill?
6?
I think that was from season 4 or 5.
Oh,
I
okay,
don't
makes
know. I
sense.
just remember potato chips
I
in
must
Zero
have
G.
seen it, but I sure don't remember it, Darren. Oh, well.
Oh, it's got Buzz Aldrin in it.
Really? That's
Yeah.
cool. Wow, that's awesome.
That's a
Yeah,
really good-
Barney.
that is a-
Barney
that's
almost
a,
went.
That's
to
a really
space.
good one.
Now, Buzz Aldrin is a guest star I approve of. Definitely.
Yeah,
He's
right.
he's a real
Barney.
hero.
It was almost Barney who went into space until Homer put in this supposedly gave him this supposedly non-alcoholic champagne, and he goes on a drunken rampage.
Oh, but for the
Potato.
grace of God go I.
Oh, Lord.
Mark
No, I
Harkness
think-
says.
Oh,
Go
come
ahead.
on. Wait, no. Barney Gumble. Sometimes I look at Barney Gumble and I'm like, remember when Barney almost went to space? Remember how good he was and he was fit and articulate and he could do backflips?
Yeah.
And then all of a
Good.
sudden he threw it all away with the drop of drink. And I'm just like, yep, that sounds like my life. That's great.
It could have been in space.
I could have been
Simon.
in space, but I wanted some sparkling champagne.
Mark Harkness says, gonna have to duck out. Dr. Alexander Clark has a live stream, and historians need to support as much as our pop culture warriors. Oh yeah, history is wonderful, and I'll check that out sometime.
Totally.
And I am streaming on a weird day because I can't stream tomorrow, so that's why I'm having a Thursday show.
Mikey
The
Suze
ending-
4 in the chat says the ending of
Yeah.
Die Hard 2 was spectacular. One of the greatest air explosions ever. And pardon my swear, this is a direct quote from the film, but the entire time Holly is on a plane with Richard Thornburg and it's circling, but it's going out of gas. Also, this was a problem for Cole Meany, who was actually one of the pilots of British Air in the film. But yeah, so the plane blows up at the end of the movie, spoilers, where the bad guys are getting away, but John McClane uses the Zippo that he stole from one of the terrorists in Die Hard 1. And he says, yippee-ki-yay, motherfucker. And he throws it onto the escaping gasoline on the tarmac, and it races after the plane, and it blows up in mid-flight. And so, because the terrorists had sort of disabled the lighting to make it so that no other planes could land, John says triumphantly with the fire trail and the explosion, he says, Holly, there's your fucking landing light. And it is one of the most triumphant things with a swell of a score that just makes you so happy that everything has happened in the last 2 hours. I think that Die Hard is comparable with the first. Die Hard 2 is comparable with the first Die Hard, but it is more Christmas movie than the original Die Hard simply because there's snow. A guy gets stabbed in the eye with an icicle. Anyway, I'm sorry. I passed the shoot.
Wow. Well, you know what? That sounds like if I watched it, it would put me in the Christmas spirit.
It would. Oh, absolutely. Come on. They're some of the best squibs you've ever seen. So if you want to see a guy's kneecaps get blown up, oh, damn.
Die
This
Hard
is the movie
2?
for you. Yeah.
This is Die Hard 2. You know, I never thought in my life I would hear Jill say, having a guy stabbed in the eye with an icicle would put her in the Christmas mood. It's
Well,
like
that's a
I'm
joke.
so glad I'm here today. That was
She's
one of
punk
those
rock.
lines. I will never forget that line, Jill. Thank you.
You're welcome.
Oh, good
FKHC
Lord.
says, so is the Simpsons then going to do a whole dream season, like season 9 of Dallas?
That would
Or
be good.
Archer.
Now, I actually might watch
Archer did
that.
several seasons of Archer being in a coma.
You know, the one
Basically,
thing
what happened was the actual writer for Archer left, and so then Archer became in a coma. And
you know, the one good thing about Simpsons
Okay.
the only thing about Simpsons that never deteriorated were the Halloween specials. Remember those?
Oh my!
oh yeah, the Treehouse
they
of
were
Horror.
back in
The
the day.
Halloween-
They are the best. The Treehouse of Horror episodes. They
Yeah,
are
the
amazing.
Treehouse of Horror Halloween specials were always, pretty damn good, right? Like even the later ones that I watched were still damn good. For some reason, they would kind of raise the bar and have, some good writing and stories on the Halloween specials for some
Well,
reason. So,
I'd say that's
Great.
because the Treehouse of Horror episodes, the best thing about those is they can do literally whatever they want because these are special, Halloween themed episodes.
Yeah, it's
which-
my favorite
which-
reading of the
which they
Raven.
don't.
yeah,
Oh,
and
you-
it's,
Oh, yeah.
And that was in the very first Treehouse of Horror, Jill.
that's a good one. I remember that one. Yeah, the Raven one is awesome.
James Earl Jones.
Really good
James Earl
stuff.
Jones, reading the Raven, yeah.
Yeah, very, very excellent stuff.
And also
Thing
a
is,
voice
though,
of one of the aliens, Kang or Kodos. I forget which one.
No, he didn't.
thing is-
he didn't voice one of
King,
them.
King
wait,
is
he
a
did.
reference,
Oh,
is
he
a
did.
reference to the Klingon.
Yeah,
Thing
oh,
is,
that's
though-
and it's homage to that.
I think he may have voiced Kang. I think, yeah.
Possibly.
The thing is, though, excuse me, the Halloween episodes are basically fantasy, so they can do
Yeah.
anything they want to, right?
That's
Right.
yeah,
they
that's
can
what-
kill
yeah, that's what I-
anybody.
That's what I just
Fun.
said. They can
But
do
I wanna
literally
say-
what they can do anything in the Halloween specials because that's the whole point of them.
I just want to
Um,
say Merry Christmas and Happy New Year to Classic Comics.
All right,
Yes.
classic comics.
I was curious.
And
I just wanna
G
double-
Sound, Mikey
Big G
Sue's four.
Sound.
And
Mikey.
thank you so much to Matt G. I have to find a video for Matt G. He has sent a $1 super
Oh.
chat. Well, yeah, so I had to find a video for him.
I just wanted to do a sound check for Tiger Stripes.
Oh, Tiger Stripes. She muted herself. She might have stepped away.
Okay.
She's been muted for
Mhm.
quite some time now.
I just wanted to make sure that if she wishes to be heard, she will be. I did want to respond to Last Son of K, who says Die Hard 2 is just a remake of Die Hard 1. Agreed. But I would also posit that Aliens is pretty much a remake of Alien, and Terminator 2 is pretty much a remake of Terminator 1.
I don't know what to play for Matt G, so I'm just going to play.
Oochie woochie coochie coo, Captain.
Delightful.
Seriously, how many fantastic lines of dialogue did TOS have? Like, there's tons and tons of them.
There are hundreds, and I have so
I
many
love that
now.
show. I love that show so much. That will always be my number one favorite show. I mean, well, I was a kid when I started watching it, so that's one reason. But it's just such a damn good show. It's so well written, right? Like the dialogue is fantastic in that show.
Well, it's interesting because I
Mm.
think Variety just released their top 100 movie or television shows of
Okay.
all time.
Right?
And the original Star Trek was not on the list.
It's crazy.
Well, Well,
Of
fuck
course, that makes sense.
Variety.
Yeah, Variety doesn't know what they're talking about.
Next Generation. Next Generation was like number 34, I think.
Oh, kill me now. Please, just, oh, God. That sucks.
What?
No way,
like-
man. No way.
Number 1 was I Love Lucy.
I think that's overrated. Lucy's
I think-
good. It's good, but it shouldn't be number 1 for fuck's sakes. God,
I
I'm
think-
sorry, I'm getting upset now.
Oh, no. You can check
Old
it out for
men
yourself.
are
and-
sometimes foolish.
Oh, that's
Like-
sad. You know, well, it's like the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame, right? A lot of the greatest bands that ever existed are not in it, and they never will
Like
be.
Cher.
Cher's probably in there.
No, she's not.
Oh, okay. Well, actually,
But no, but
Cher's
going
not
back to
great.
I Love Lucy, in terms of the way that it sort of transformed television in like I Love Lucy made reruns. That's how pioneering it was, not just for the content,
Oh,
but
I get that.
how television business was conducted.
I get
And-
that, and it was a groundbreaking show, and it was probably the first show like with a female lead. Like Lucy was the central character, right? So,
Hey, hello to J. Kirk. I just want to say hello to JT Kirk, and you guys can continue talking about I Love Lucy. But Lemon Pie says,
Oh my
"The
God, I
Simpsons-"
leave the room for a second and you're talking about I Love Lucy.
Hey, welcome back, Tiger Stripes.
Already.
You were wondering where you were.
Oh, I
Yeah,
got a
well,
phone call. I'm
Scotty,
waiting on a delivery, so I'm kind of,
Oh, right. It's that
Yeah.
time of year for that.
yes.
Scotty brought
Oh,
up
that's
a
why
TV
you can't
poll.
get your wrapping finished. Because you don't have all the wrapping things to wrap.
That's so kind of you to say. I'm getting a bunch of
Simpsons-
things wrapped tonight. I will. It'll all get done
Epis-
tonight.
You will. When
I
the
will.
children broadcast the adult secrets is in one of my favorite seasons, season 10. Wild Barts Can't Be Broken.
I think one of the best Christmas cartoons is American Dad's Minstrel Krampus. It's just the best.
I learned about Krampus from The Office.
Ah,
What was
I've heard
Gunsmoke
about
on
Krampus
the list?
before.
I've never seen the Krampus. I heard it was a good movie.
Oh, no. I'm talking about an episode of American Dad, the cartoon
Yes.
show.
Yes, and I heard yes.
Yes. No, I have not seen the movie.
I never really got
Which-
into American Dad.
Which are
This
my
is
next
one
poll,
episode.
please?
It stands
I wanna do
alone.
lots of
It's the
polls
best.
For some reason.
American Dad.
We're done with Die Hard now. We need a new
Yeah.
poll. We need a
Yeah,
replacement.
the answer is clear. So we need another poll.
American
Franco
Dad's
Walker
all.
says, I started writing a Star Trek game in the 80s using samples from TOS. There were too many to choose from, so I stopped.
That's a good one.
And hello, hey,
What a
hello
good
to
memory.
Last Son of K. Merry Christmas.
Yes.
How are you guys doing? What are y'all's favorite Christmas movies? Futurama's Robot Santa
yeah.
is legend.
Oh, that's
yeah, Robot
that's
Santa,
that's a
yeah.
good one. Yeah,
And
the
I
Killer Santa.
still think Minstrel Krampus stands up to that. It's a satire also of Disney's Beauty and the Beast, and it's very vulgar but hilarious.
I would play clips of Robot Santa, but I would get copyright. I think I would get a strike.
Well, those
They
lousy
Yes,
really do
don't
bombs.
not
get a
like
strike.
claim
Don't get a strike, Jill.
The
Do
yeah,
it.
The Simpsons.
Get a
Not
strike.
worth it.
Get a
not
strike.
worth it.
No, it's a lot of fun though. He's got a machine gun.
Yeah, but those strikes. I mean, those
Keep the
strikes. are
change,
bad.
you filthy animal.
I could play that.
You got the Home Alone filthy animal?
No, but I could find
Oh.
it.
All right. No rush. When do we
I've
go live?
actually never seen Home Alone.
He
Me
wins.
neither. Tiger
They're
Stripes.
showing it. They're showing it Sunday night on ABC on broadcast. So I may watch it.
It never seemed like the type of movie.
Oh
that
my
would be
God, Toni Collette was in Krampus. That's hilarious.
She's great.
Oh no, she's always good.
Huh?
She's a fine actress.
Keep the change, you filthy animal.
Hooray!
Is that a movie within the movie? I take it.
Yes.
Yeah, and
Ah,
it was
okay.
made just for the movie. It's not even
Sure.
a real movie.
Yeah, that's the best thing ever. I love
But it
that.
looks so authentic.
Wait a minute.
It's
That was
so
a bit.
captivating.
Wait a minute. Wait a minute, that was a fake movie within an actual movie.
Well, have you ever seen the Home Alone movie, Dalek?
Well,
Sounds like no. I haven't either.
I kind of have.
I never
Sounds
saw
like
it.
no.
I've
I'm
never
looking
saw
forward
it.
to it.
I've seen
great.
I've seen Home Alone 2. I've never.
You're a Trump supporter. No, I'm joking.
Hey,
He shows up for 2 seconds and asks. Gets
I
answers
know.
corrections.
So I don't mean anything by it. I think it's funny.
Hello, Bird.
Hello, world. It's Birdo Pray 5.
I can't support him even if I wanted to. I don't, because I don't live. Remember, I don't live in America.
It's cool, yo. I'm Canadian. I'm just making jokes.
Why do you hate America?
I love America.
Not you, buddy. Canadians love America. You
It's
live right
true.
next
You're our
door.
big brother.
Canadians are kind of ambivalent about America. We love
Not
some
true.
aspects, and there's other aspects we're not so crazy about. But
Yeah, you like the fact that we keep the Russians away.
Yeah,
Hey,
exactly.
well,
I'm
we
a
do
big
have
fan.
the North American Treaty defense system in place since I think the late
The
50s.
American defense system, yeah.
Yeah, exactly. Precisely.
Well,
Thank
actually,
you, bud. Hey, Retro Nerd Girls
Hey,
here.
who's paying for it, baby?
Hello,
Who's
Richard.
paying
Hello,
for it?
potato. Hello,
fuck,
Spud.
let's
And
not
yes,
get-
I knew
I'm not
that.
getting into politics at Christmas. Fuck that.
Yes, hello,
know.
Potato
Yes,
Revan. I
Revan.
will not be.
Nice language at
I
Christmas.
knew that. I knew that. I did know that. Okay.
That's
Yeah,
cool, man.
he is in the first one, isn't he? Yeah, for a
Second
cameo.
one.
Apparently, it's not okay.
He's in the
Second one.
He's in the second one for a
shows-
very
Okay.
for like
Oh,
2
second one, okay.
seconds.
He shows Kevin
Oh, sure.
McAllister where
Look,
the elevators
Look,
are.
somebody.
That's why I like
Jill
this
Jill
show.
is our T'Pau while we all fight with Lurpas.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think Jill's trying to tell us to quit slashing into each other with the talking.
A big
Over
thanks
talk.
to Jill for inviting me.
It's just one
Thank you,
freaking word
Jill.
comes up and we all start to scream.
You're
okay.
We all
welcome.
start to
We
yak.
need to
Yeah.
move on. We gotta
Well,
move
Well, no, it's just
on.
like a real. It's just like a real family
Revan,
Christmas
Revan, the
gathering.
line was
True.
have a
Politics always gets in.
Yeah, I don't want to talk about politics. I'm
Revan,
not
the
talking
line-
about that shit.
the
Yeah,
line
we were
was
just talking
Nice
have,
language.
have a lovely day.
I'm here for fun. Here for fun.
Hey, Bird of Prey 5, how are you doing?
Thank you. Yeah, I'm feeling a little bit better.
Oh,
than,
good. I'm so
yesterday.
glad.
Well, that's
Super.
You're
good.
sounding bad.
Yeah, I know. Sometimes I sound worse. I still get some pretty tough coughing. But
Yeah, I
at the
kinda-
moment, knocking wood, feeling not so bad.
Is there anything you can take for that? I just have to wonder.
Nothing official. I mean,
Mm-hmm.
I'm on prednisone
Mm-hmm.
to keep my lungs working decently,
Mm-hmm.
but it's basically treating the symptoms.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I know that Mucinex has something that's supposed to suppress coughs. The DM,
Oh, I
for
do
what
like.
that's worth. Yeah.
Yeah, there's
Mac?
various.
It's a massive pill.
Ooh, yeah.
I know they're not pleasant, but if they work.
Have you tried an inhaler of some kind, Bird? Like maybe.
Oh,
a
I'm sure he's all
spray or-
over it. I'm sure, yeah. I'm sure he's all over it.
All he
Anyway,
does is sit on a couch and play Super Nintendo and hope it all goes away.
Yeah.
Well,
Oh, you sound very clear right now, Bird.
You sound good,
You sound
yeah.
good.
Yeah, right now I hear myself. I sound pretty decent. Every so often I cough, but mornings are the worst.
Yeah.
A lot
oh
of
yeah,
extra
me too. Mornings, yeah.
congestion.
Clear the old throat. Yeah, I get you. Totally get what you're saying.
Hopefully it's it can go on for months, but hopefully
Month? I was
hopefully
hoping
just
it was going to be less than a week.
yeah, well, usually it's a month to run its course, but I was already like a week in probably before I noticed it.
You sound much
Oh, there you
better
go.
than you did a couple days ago or whenever.
You know what? I think you're going to smash it way sooner than that estimate.
Thank you.
You'll be fine, just like
Always try to be optimistic. That's what I say.
It's a Christmas miracle.
It is.
That
It's a
would be
Christmas
nice.
because because
We
we
got-
have Age Odyssey on the
We'd
panel.
all need a
Hello.
Christmas miracle.
Hi, Deej.
Deej.
Oh, wish I
Ahoy.
had, wish I had the Santa suit dug out. I would have put it on before I came in here. But
Oh, go get it.
no, I'm too sore to be trying to dig it out right now.
Oh.
What are you? Go put on clothes and dance
But you
for me,
do
monkey.
hard labor all the time.
Yeah, but when you
That's
get flipped through the air and land on the ground and rocks, you don't bounce back at my
no.
age.
What the heck? I didn't hear about this. When did
Well,
this happen?
Yesterday.
Oh, that sucks.
Yeah.
I'm sorry.
You know, cattle that don't want to be probed tend to get irate and charge you.
Oh,
I'm
that's
cattle.
not good.
I'm cattle that doesn't want to be probed.
Are you all right? Nothing broken?
Nothing broken. I am bruised up. I am battered up, and I am moving like a 90-year-old today.
Yeah.
That's what happens when you get that kind of, activity and injury. It's like you start to really feel it in the muscles. A day or two later, you get really stiff and sore. I've been there a few times.
Who knew I could fly 6 feet into the air?
Oh,
Did
that's,
you really?
that's
Anybody
nasty.
get footage? Man, that's a
No,
million
unfortunately,
views.
nobody
yeah,
got the
really.
footage.
That's big views on YouTube.
Gosh,
America's
that's
funniest
nasty,
home
dude.
videos.
I hope you feel better in the next day or two, man. Like
And no,
that's-
I am not. I am not going to go out and reenact it. And
Oh,
do it
no.
again just to
No,
catch it on
no, don't
tape.
do that.
No,
not doing
no.
that.
Guys,
Well,
I
if
had
you
this great
did, you'd
idea.
have a trampoline.
I mean, come on. The Bulls did what I wanted them to do. They went right down the walkway. No problem with that. That irate female cow decided she wanted to turn around and go through me. Head down,
Wow.
hit me, and flip me up over.
So they don't give you like a
Oh.
cattle prod to defend yourself with when that
Well, I
situation?
had that, but that's not going to help when they're charging you.
Okay. Well, I don't know much about handling cattle.
I've seen that
I
Bugs
gotta
Bunny
say, so.
cartoon. I know how to deal with a charging bull.
Exactly.
I didn't have a red cape either, so.
Very unfortunate that happened, man, right before Christmas. Shit.
Oh, Christmas ain't nothing to me. Just another day.
A Tuesday. Actually, it's Monday this
Well,
year.
it's
isn't
a
it?
Monday this year.
Well,
gonna
Garfield's
torture
not
people.
going to like it.
I'm going to torture people on Christmas. I'm going to live stream and I'm going to play the Star Wars Holiday Special. in
Oh,
costume.
man. Have you ever seen it before?
I thought when it first came out.
Oh, wow. It's
I'm
really
that
bad.
old.
I
Yeah,
got
I'm
about
that
halfway
old.
through and stopped.
Like, it
watching my
is-
copy.
When I watched it, it became a chore.
I will probably have Fireball so I'm drunk when it plays.
Oh, that makes sense.
Oh, that would make a lot of sense.
That's how Carrie
Okay.
Fisher got through it.
Yeah. Well, I think she used other things too, but we won't talk about that on Jill's stream.
Oh. Ketamine? No.
I think there was a little nose candy involved.
Cocaine? No.
During the filming of the holiday special.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah, and I think that even Carrie Fisher
I don't
herself
blame her,
acknowledged that. I think that there are interviews where she was like, "Oh, I was wasted." It's kind of like when you hear interviews about Robert Downey Jr. in U.S. Marshals, and he says the best part about that movie is if you ever want to see a guy who's on heroin the entire time.
I knew I should have taken that lift going to Albuquerque.
Stop steaming up my tail.
Stop steaming up my tail. What are you trying to do, wrinkle it?
Richard Branson of Virgin Inc. did a cameo in Casino Royale, says Mikey Sues, for Daniel Craig's first turn as James Bond. It was
Oh,
no
that
big
movie
whoop.
sucked.
With Richard
Casino
Branson.
Royale? Casino Royale sucked.
Yeah, it was boring.
Oh my.
I prefer the original Casino Royale that had Peter in it.
Peter O'Toole?
Franco Walker wants to remind everybody to please subscribe, share, hit the like, and select live chat. And thank you, Franco Walker. I always forget to say that every once in a while.
Your sellers.
No, but Peter O'Toole is in it as well.
What film are we talking about here?
Casino Royale.
Which one?
The according to Deej, the good one. The one from 1969 or 7.
Oh, the 60s one. That was with David Niven, wasn't it?
He was in it, yeah.
Yeah, Peter Sellers was in it, and
oh, that's a great movie. I that movie gets a lot of disrespect. Like people really love to rag on that movie, but I think it's a lot of fun. I mean, I don't take it too seriously because it's kind of crazy and nuts, the whole film, but it's a really good movie. Like, it's a lot of fun. I love that movie, man.
I like Orson Welles as Le Chiffre.
It's all good. Yeah, Le Chiffre. Oh, yes. Oh, yeah. Orson Welles is great in that movie. Like, probably one of his better, later performances. I mean, the Daniel Craig Casino Royale, that's a good film too, but it's totally different in character, right? It's more of a serious drama, of course. But I love the 60s Casino Royale. That film doesn't get enough respect as far as I'm concerned. It's really fun.
I
only
agree.
One James Bond for me.
Timothy Dalton?
No.
Oh.
Roger Moore.
Yeah, close enough.
Yeah, Roger Moore. I like Roger Moore better as a Saint for myself, but.
Well, and it's interesting
Roger Moore's my favorite James Bond, definitely.
Huh.
He's very good. I will agree with that. But he's not my favorite.
I would like to go more towards the spirit of Roger Moore James Bond movies moving forward. Like, I want it to be a little bit more fun, and Daniel Craig was very dour, in my opinion.
Yeah.
I really like Daniel Craig's most of his movies though. Like, he did what, 5 Bonds, I think, was Daniel Craig.
I think so, yeah.
I really like the first 4. I thought the last one sucked. It just sucked bad. I hated that movie.
I said it before and I'll say it again. I absolutely, like, when they started, because obviously that came out at the height of the stay at home, and I was like, okay, they keep pushing it back, and all I want from this movie is for James Bond to die, and then the last thing that happens on screen, it says James Bond will return.
Yeah, but he hasn't returned yet, and that made no sense. You killed James Bond. I mean,
it's like Harrison wanting Han Solo to be dead for the longest time.
Yeah.
2 decades, 3 decades. It's like, okay, you got your wish, buddy.
Well, it's like
everybody happy.
I appreciate the conclusion of an era.
What do we got? Oh, here we go. Yay! Thank you, Jill.
Oh, my fantasy woman.
That's a great scene. God,
I always wanted Ellen Griswold. Oh, yeah.
Griswold, yeah, that's a great film.
And that's another movie I've never seen.
A buddy of mine has the Wally World eggnog
Christmas Vacation is awesome. You should check it out, Tiger Stripes. It's a lot of fun.
Just do not watch Christmas Vacation 2.
Oh, come on.
Oh, no. Yeah, do not watch 2. 2 is horrible. The first one is great.
Doesn't it bring back the original Audrey?
No,
No, it's all
all
about...
you get is Cousin Eddie.
It's all about
Cousin Eddie...
No, it's all about Eddie on a deserted island. It has nothing to do with Christmas. It's god awful. Do not
right,
watch
but the original Audrey Griswold is in it.
What were you going to say, Bird?
Oh, too late. I already watched. It was do not watch. Too late.
It's LDG, free the net. Hey, man, he's only got 5 minutes.
Oh, okay. I'm so glad you're here for 5 minutes. Hello also to 2023 Polybeater Gamer. Well, when you put the year at the beginning of your name, you're going to have to change your name pretty soon.
Uh-oh.
Yeah, it's going to be 2024. Yes.
I could see somebody going to their account very soon to make an adjustment.
Well, I'm not 37, so.
It's true. But nobody knew what the 37 means until you say it.
True.
So you could keep
And
it
I can pick a
forever.
different reason every time. It's great.
People say smartphones are like communications from Star Trek, except smartphones are much more than communications. I wonder if Starfleeter would rather have a smartphone. Well, yeah, it's a tricorder and a communication device and a translator and just a whole computer. So yeah, it's all the things. It's more like the pads than the
Yeah.
communications.
You
Yeah.
But you
can't
could
play
argue-
When you
Angry
say-
Birds on it.
But
Tricorder.
Christine heard when they say that it came, the cell phones come from Star Trek. They're just talking about the flip phones.
Oh, the flip
Not the
phones for
smartphones.
sure. Yeah. Totally. So I do think a lot. There's a substantial amount of technology that was inspired by young people watching Star Trek that ended up being designers and engineers and technicians, right? So I
Like
always
Oh yeah,
thought,
Frank Walker
helmet.
said that.
I always thought it was very
Oh,
cool.
the Spock helmet. Yeah.
The one I
Yeah, I remember that
reading
from that one episode that never
ages
happened.
ago was that they said that a lot of people in disabled groups at the time the show was made called and said, where can we get doors that automatically open like that? And they said, we're sorry, those don't exist. They're just somebody holding a wire, on each side of the door in the background. And
Right.
now they have them everywhere.
Everywhere. Yeah.
Yeah.
Every store I go in, mostly has got like doors that just open automatically. That's right, Tiger Stripes.
Mikey Sue's Force says Daniel Craig gives his best possible performance in his 5 Bond films. Don't ever blame him, but the writers.
I
don't
thought
even blame the
Casino
writers.
Royale was brilliant.
Yeah, I
thought
love
it was
all
brilliant.
of them.
I adored it.
I think the only one that is, a dip in quality is Skyfall. Or not Skyfall, Quantum of
second-
Solace.
The second,
Quantum-
that was
Quantum
pretty
of Solace.
sucky. It was
I guess
blah.
I'm, I
And
guess
what's
I'm the
more,
outlier here.
it was kind of a return to form. I mean, he's supposed to be young and sexy and early Bond, and then all of a sudden he's complaining about feeling it, and he's showing his age, and he's just returning to old Bond.
Mm-hmm.
So they just said, okay, we're going to go right back to that formula. We're
What
going
is
to
it?
give you a really wonderful first film, and then we're going to go right back to that formula.
Yeah, well, and that's, they did that with Pierce Brosnan as well.
I really liked the first one. Casino Royale
Same
was
director.
awesome. The second one was definitely a downturn. I do think Skyfall is a pretty awesome movie overall. That's probably my
I
favorite.
don't like the end.
Well, I like the
Yep.
end because it's
Yep, I'm
harsh.
the outlier.
I like a harsh ending, where they're not afraid to, do bad things
What,
at
like
the end
kill
of a
him?
movie.
Kill James Bond at the end of the movie? That's awesome.
No, that's that's Skyfall.
No, I
That's
know, but
awesome.
I'm saying shocking things that happen at the end of the movie. That's what happens at the end of No Time to Die.
Well, No Time to Die is a different film, and I'm not talking about that at the moment.
True,
Scotty.
I'm interjecting. I
We can talk
apologize.
about that if you would like, but I just
And
think
Christine Hurt says, I am a lucky lady today. My son is taking me out to eat, then some shopping. That's brilliant. That's the best day
That's
ever.
wonderful. I'm
It
so
really
happy that
is.
everybody, it's really great if you've got some family to hang out with for Christmas. But
Oh.
I'm also happy if you're here to start spending the holidays with some friends or
Any
with-
man taking
with-
you out
yeah.
for shopping is a small miracle, too.
You should find a
That's
food court.
true. Yes. Well, that's where the shopping ends. Like when you're done shopping, then you can go eat.
You go to the
something.
food court, yeah.
Yay, for those massive cinnamon buns that are bigger than your head.
Oh my God, I love those.
Without icing, please. So I always have to wait for them to bake me
No
one.
ice. Well, you know what?
No icing?
I'll
Yeah.
have all the icing, and you can have the.
Okay,
the
that seems
cinnamon
fair.
roll.
All
do
right.
you guys do you guys have a place called Cinnabon down the states?
That's what I'm talking about.
God, those are good, aren't they?
They really are crazy.
Oh, those are
It's just-
so good.
That's like a 3-course meal on a plate. on a small
Oh
plate.
yeah. I haven't had one of those in years, but I remember eating those and like, that's the ultimate cinnamon
That's a
bun.
whole meal.
That's a dream.
really
That's
is.
the dream bun. That one. That's like cinnamon heaven.
Can I get a
DJ
loaf of
Plain
bread
Rice-
that is made of sugar? Thanks.
You can get that. DJ Play Nice says automatic doors existed in the 1930s.
Maybe in New York City, but
No, not in my-
not anywhere else.
Yeah, my town probably had nothing but wooden sidewalks back then.
Well,
Like,
well,
it
I
makes
looked
me-
it up, and apparently it's true. Horace Raymond and Sheldon Roby, working with Stanley Works manufacturer, designed the first
Was it pneumatic?
model of an optical device triggering. So it used opticals.
Wow.
Wow.
We got
And it
self-opening
was
doors.
installed. It was
got them
installed
here.
at Wilcox's Pier Restaurant in West Haven, Connecticut.
We
so
had
that it could-
self-opening doors by the early 70s in my hometown, actually, guys. So it wasn't too long after Trek that they started actually putting them into stores.
Yeah, 1954. That was the first actual sliding automatic door.
Yeah, but they weren't
really-
common then, right?
No, they were not common at all. They were just invented, but they weren't.
They were
common.
usually
And-
weight activated, I think.
And so
You
I would
step
say
on
that
the
Star
pad.
Trek does that a lot.
That's
They're
right.
not the first ones to come up with it,
They
but they're the
visualize
ones
it.
to popularize the technology, the
I just
science.
want to say that
today.
Tiger Stripes is correct. The early 70s self-opening doors were weight, because I remember there were rubber pads on the floor, and when you stepped on the pad, that's when the door would fly open.
Yeah, at the supermarket.
Yeah. Oh, my mother worked at Safeway for 18 years as a cashier, so
Oh, you
I'm
did.
very
I
familiar.
gotta go.
Very
She's
familiar.
there.
Wait, Safeway.
I
Later,
gotta go.
bird.
Okay. Oh wait. Oh, okay. I wanted to say goodbye to
Oh, you
Burger
went-
Prey 5.
You went so quickly.
Oh.
Oh dear.
Yeah, I know. I wanted. Okay.
What?
Okay. Well,
what
I
is
hope
it
you
they
have
call that?
really,
That's a
really
particular
great.
kind of goodbye where you leave without saying goodbye.
I hope I'll have a good
don't know
Christmas
what it's
anyway,
called.
Bird.
I'll think of it in a bit.
Oh my God. Yes.
I think it's an Irish
being
goodbye.
here. Thank you so much for being here, Bird of Prey 5. It was really, really great to see you, and I hope to see you around. And
He's going to be well
yeah,
soon.
I hope
Merry
yeah.
Christmas, Bird of Prey. Well, you sound great, Bird of Prey.
You sounded
Yeah,
good
Merry
today,
Christmas.
yes.
Franco Walker says, I thought it was how long he was banned from his own YouTube channel because of misuse of bad language. You know what? I was sharing my link to this live stream in a bunch of chats and a bunch of people, and I think Twitter thought I was a robot because it said your account has been suspended because you're doing weird stuff, and so I had to do
What?
the CAPTCHA. I had to do CAPTCHA to get back in, but
That's-
CAPTCHA isn't like it used to be.
No,
It
it's
used to be-
changed. Oh my God, it's such a nightmare now.
It's weird now. You have to play a game now every time instead of
It's
just
a
typing in
nightmare.
a word.
And you know, I've heard that when you are using CAPTCHA, you are training an AI.
That makes sense. Like, so we're training the AI to
To
learn
recognize
how to use the
highway
CAPTCHA.
street signs and crosswalks.
Right,
Yes.
and it says how many rocks are in this picture.
Exactly.
And pick which one has the right amount of rocks, and that's what I had to answer to get my Twitter back.
But lately, I've had to go through 3 courses of them
Yeah, so instead of
every
it being
time
a
instead
Turing
of just
test,
one. Oh, it's a nightmare.
it's not. It used to be the CAPTCHA used to be a Turing test. Now it's like you said, we're teaching the AI.
Yes, I believe that's what they're using it for.
Right.
I mean, I actually heard somebody very credible say that in an interview at some point last year. And I said, okay, that makes real sense. And so pay me companies who are using me to train AI, pay me.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, right, exactly. Like, I don't
Yes.
mind helping you, but I would like some compensation
ev-
for this work I'm doing.
Yes.
That's really scary, Jill. I'm sorry to hear that happen to you.
Oh, I saw something.
Well, no, that's okay. I was kind of spamming.
You want to hear something scary? You want to hear something really scary?
Sure.
Because
Okay, sure.
Christmas is a good time for scary stories, like Dickens used to write.
Actually, it is.
Okay.
Yes. Okay. So I was watching this fairly innocuous Disney at 100 special on the TV. Right. It was 2 hours. It was substantial. I'm surprised it kind of had my attention. There was a moment in this Disney special where clearly they were at one of the Disney parks. and there were small children, looking on the ground, watching up, and there were a couple of, those Disney-like buildings in the background, the way there are in all the parks, and these were city buildings, and it was a Marvel show. So there's a Spider-Man, and the Spider-Man is crouched down, on the patio of one of these buildings, and he's got his dialogue, and he cuts behind a corner, and then from the top of one building to another building, a body in a Spider-Man suit. It looks like a person. It looks like a human being in a Spidey suit. Jumps, comes up, turns the perfect somersault in the air, kind of spins, and then lands on the other building. Kind of below the level. You can't quite see the landing, right? Kind of your classic big move in a show at Disney. And I think, wow, and the kids are all like, wow, how'd he do that? And I'm like, well, of course, there's two actors, and one of them's a stuntman who does the jump, and he's probably shot out of an air cannon, and he has something to land on. Or this whole thing is all a hologram, and maybe it's an incredible projection, because it's hard to imagine a person doing that, because there was quite a gap between these buildings, and of course a stunt like that would be very dangerous. And then while I'm thinking this, they kind of immediately cut to the two Disney engineers, and they're sitting in chairs, and in between them is a frickin' robot, and it's sort of slumped. And they said, yes, this is the star of our Marvel show. This is our Indy this is our Spidey who makes the jump. And I said, get out. It was a robot.
It was a robot. It wasn't a hologram. You were thinking.
It wasn't a hologram. It wasn't a stuntman. And this thing had perfect center of gravity, looked like a human being, made the spin in the air and the somersault, and then landed. I mean, entirely like a human being with a sense of balance. Not like a dummy being thrown off of a building in a bad and cheap movie. Not like, it looked like a human being.
That's pretty incredible. That pretty soon we'll be seeing that whenever we take our kids to the circus.
It was sort of terrifying, frankly.
Don't you guys have those scooters in your areas that are
everywhere? They're everywhere in everyone's area.
A skateboard with a handle, and
they rent them. It's ridiculous.
But they must have a gyroscope, because I see people motoring around everywhere over the last half year, and it's like it stays totally upright. Nobody ever seems to be in danger of falling over. And I'm thinking the robot might have had the similar technology to these little scooter things.
Oh, it's definitely some sort of gyroscope in the thing, but it looked like a human being.
That's scary. Wow.
It was terrifying.
That's where we're headed, isn't it, guys?
Robotics has gone such a long way, but I do think that somebody's leaving in the chat. Who is it? I think, okay, DJ Play Nice. All y'all be safe, have fun, take care of your crew, and rock. And that's what he says usually when he's got to go.
Have a great Merry Christmas,
Merry
DJ.
Christmas, DJ Play Nice.
Yes, Merry Christmas. Try doing caption when you're blind.
He means.
Oh, when you're blind. Oh, the caption.
Boy, I bet.
Oh my goodness.
Good grief.
Well, I have trouble doing it now, so Jesus. Gap After Dark says the Cylons are going to be real then. They're going to turn against us, but not before the toaster in our refrigerator is our microwave oven.
That's why I'm going to be Baltar, damn it. Have my own base star.
Well,
hey, James Caserta, Merry Christmas, Jill and company.
Merry Christmas, James.
Merry Christmas, James.
Yeah, Merry Christmas.
I think by the time the machines turn on humanity, I'll be long gone, so I'm not too concerned. That will suck, of course, for those people. But
yeah, I might still be here.
My head's going to be on a robot. I'm going to be Robot Nixon.
Right. If you can't beat him, join him.
That's a good one.
And if you can't join them, beat them.
We can't join them, beat them.
There's that too.
Oh, God.
Oh, this is a real old post, but I forgot about it. Canadians are super helpful tracking Santa coming down from the North Pole with all those NORAD radar installations.
I do love that. And they do still call it NORAD.
It's a
when they're
North,
tracking
North
Santa on
American
Christmas Eve.
defense system of some kind. I can't
At
remember
least
the
in this
exact-
part of the world.
And we do track
Yeah.
Santa every 24th, Christmas Eve. We always
And
track.
there goes Christine. She's got to go too.
Oh, okay, Christine. Thank you
Christine.
so
Have Merry-
much for being here. Sadly,
Merry Christmas.
Oh, Merry Christmas.
Yeah,
Have a
have
happy,
Merry-
holly, merry one.
Get
Yeah,
an extra
Merry
dessert on
Christmas.
your son.
Merry Christmas, Christine.
Ta ta for now. Live long and prosper, Christine.
Yes.
Hey,
Do you guys-
PvP. We're actually hoping to get eggnog for Christmas. I think PvP's already had quite a bit of eggnog today.
Really? Do I sound that far gone? I mean, I've
Mr.
only had-
Miles says blind
only had
people
two.
have to contact support. They have already been a case. There's already been a case where AI used that to hack a CAPTCHA. Oh
Dear
my
me.
Do you guys realize Canada
Wow.
Post actually has a thing where kids here can send their Christmas
Wait a
letters in to Santa?
Yeah. I haven't heard about that, but what's concerning me more is that artificial intelligence can now call tech support. Get past the capture using AI text, using real life tech support. That is crazy. Crazy weird. Well, I wonder if the tech support that they get help for is also an AI.
I was just going to say, I think it's very cool that in Canada we have a postal code. I can't remember what it is, but it's basically Santa's postal code. And if any kiddies want to write in to Canada Post, they just put the that postal code on their envelope and mail their little, Christmas wish or whatever to Santa Claus. And there's hundreds of volunteers apparently that will answer every single letter and as Santa and send a letter back to the kids as Santa, thanking him for the letter and saying, "Hi, I'm Santa Claus," and blah blah blah, whatever. And it's like, I think that's really cool. I think it's really cool.
Yeah, it's really sweet. Fun
Very
tradition.
sweet. Thanks.
After a time, you may find that having is not so pleasing a thing after all as wanting. It is not logical, but it is often true.
Do you think they always gave the best lines? They always gave the best lines to Spock, did they not?
Yeah, and Shatner
Understand
too.
that
Yeah, sometimes.
that he and Shatner used to arm wrestle for them. And Shatner
Yeah,
would
they
claim the
did.
best lines, and then at some point, Nimoy went to the producer. Yeah, he went to Roddenberry and he said, "So I'm the science engineer, right? I'm the guy, right?"
Mm-hmm.
And he's like, "Yeah, that's your position. That's what you do." He's like, "Then I need those lines because that's what I do."
Right.
Because I heard that, yeah, they say that Shatner would kind of go through the scripts and take all the best lines for himself.
Yeah, he kind of would. So I'm always glad
Yeah,
when
I can
he
believe it.
doesn't have all the best lines.
Well, I was happy to hear that Leonard stood up for himself.
Because he knows his character. Leonard Nimoy
Yes.
is Spock, despite the first book he wrote saying he's
Yes. Yes.
I do think, though, overall, the big three, like Kirk, Spock, and McCoy, they generally did get the lines they needed to get in the series. From what I've watched over the years,
I think
all
you can
three of
tell
them
when,
get their
when Shatner
moments, right?
poached one. I think you can just sort of tell. He'll say something sort of out of character that's observational that should really be going to somebody else.
Yeah, I can't argue with that, Tiger. But I think overall the dialogue between those three characters I think it's pretty even overall. At least that's my opinion.
Well, I think wanting is not the same thing as having. It's so true.
It's definitely
not logical.
And that is a great line. That's one of my favorite lines in TOS. That's a great episode anyway. Like, damn, that's so good.
Well, what are Deej and Dalek up to?
Well, Dalek's
Excellent.
muted. I don't know what Deej is up to.
6. Okay, a bad old joke.
Did you say 6'3"?
No, 6 foot.
6 foot. No, that's a good joke. That's a good
Ah,
joke.
Yeah, I just need
That's
to
a
spit
bad
it out
old
a little
joke,
clearer.
you know.
Get
That's
lean
showing
in.
my age.
Nah, I'll take it.
It's a classic.
Yes.
I
was
don't
away
know
on
what
the-
we kind of I got done with my live stream before I came over here. That's probably why Bird was traumatized, because we were traumatized by an evil Vulcan.
Oh, what'd you watch?
An evil
Dear me.
Vulcan?
Philip
Oh, are
Gaming
you
was up
talking
on.
Philip Gaming?
Yeah, he come up, and as soon as he come up, he said he was going to Ponfar us to death, and it was like, wait a minute, the hell,
Really?
yeah, that
Wow,
just
I've
kind of
never known
creeped us
Philip
out.
Gaming to do that.
Yeah, that kind of creeped us out.
Plus, the Vulcan is the one who has the Ponfar. You don't
Yeah,
inflict, like, he's going to inflict his Ponfar upon you.
yeah, and we're all male.
Man.
It happened to
Yeah,
Bellana.
it's true. Right, right. It apparently it's catching.
Well, no, Vorik had such a strong Ponfar that he and chose Bellana as his
That's what I mean
mate.
by catching.
Okay.
And see, last son of the K's in the
Because all he
chat.
had to do, it was kind of just like he touched her and he transferred it or something.
Last son of K was
Ah.
there in the chat when Bill popped up on the stream and said he was going to Ponfar us, and that just creeped us out.
Yeah, that's pretty creepy. That's very similar to Le Guin's The Left Hand of Darkness. There's some concepts in there very similar. Yeah, it can be vaguely disturbing. You poor big rabbit,
Risk
you.
is our business.
Not that kind of risk.
Well, where's Philip Gaming now? He's
He
not
said
spreading his Ponfar here.
he left before I ended. Said he was going to get busy with his day.
Oh, okay. So I wanted to read this one earlier too. This was an older chat. JT Kirk said 37 is the number of years on Scotty's suspended sentence for all his mischief and white collar crime.
I do appreciate that you consider me white collar. Thank you.
Yeah. And Mikey Sees 4 says AI might become the eventual death of all creativity and originality. If it hasn't already. Sorry, I know it seems down, but one of my friends lost, oh no, his mother last month, and I didn't know. Oh, I'm so
Oh, my
sorry.
stars.
I'm so sorry that happened, Mikey. It's awful.
Yeah.
Ugh. So 13 dear persons gone to us this terrible year.
Gosh,
Wow.
that's a lot.
Yeah, that is a lot of loss in 1 year.
I've been losing one about every year. And that's plenty enough.
Yeah.
I actually went yesterday. I'm just still here because I'm a
Sure.
zombie.
Well, I appreciate you being here.
I'm looking
Even
for
though you're
brains.
Well, we know you're not here for the brains, so there's got to be
Brains.
some other reason.
Well, that's why he's still here, because he's still looking and he hasn't found any, so but he's a very persistent zombie.
Right.
And big ups to Raquel.
Yeah, see, that's why I can't find it. His brains are gone.
That's it.
That's my favorite bad episode of TV of all time. That's a
Yeah,
Oh.
it's great. Raquel,
Space Hippies is better.
Merry Christmas. Merry Christmas, Raquel.
Hello, Raquel. Merry Christmas.
Merry Christmas, Raquel. I
Well, that
will
one's a
agree that,
musical.
that Space Hippies is both better and worse.
Oh
than
my
Spock's
God,
Brain.
Space Hippies. Oh, that's painful. Sorry, that's painful.
I can't wait to see it. I'm really looking forward to it.
Me too.
No, Charles
I haven't
Napier's in it.
Space
It's awesome.
Yeah.
Yeah, but
Skip Homier. Skip Homier is the hero in that one for me. He's always good.
No, I could never get into those ears he has. Are just like, that's too much for me.
Racist.
No, I just don't like freaky weird ears for no
Well,
reason.
no, I understand that, but you could say the same thing about Spock. What if you saw that? What if you were
I
like
like
Mark
Spock, but
Twain
Spock's
when he
ears are
saw
beautiful.
Worf for the first time and he was like a werewolf?
Well,
Like
Spock's ears are
that's offensive.
But Spock's ears are beautiful, symmetrical, and nicely sculpted. Like that's totally
All right,
different
calm
thing, right?
down. We're not
Brain
breaking.
and brain. What is brain?
Thank you, Jill. Jill's being I love Jill's she's like, when there's two boxers in the ring and they're beating each other up, and she's like the guy in the middle that breaks them up, and she's like, I'm going to play a clip right now and separate you two dudes. And it's like, thank you,
Mikey
Jill.
Sees 4 says, I loved the hippies episode. So there you
I
go.
can't
There's
help
Jill.
but
I'm
love
not the
it.
only one there.
It's
then.
No, I'm not-
hypnotic.
I never said I hated it. I just said it's not my cup of tea, like most of the time, right?
And Raquel says, I just got back from the mall for last minute Christmas shopping. I'm beat. Boy, I bet. Was it a really big mall? Was it one of those massive malls like the Mall of the Americas or your local mall? Or?
To survive, because that would be torture for me going to the mall right now.
Oh, I love it. But yeah,
I love it. Well, there may be hope for
shopping.
you for a girlfriend yet.
Oh, hey, Dalek. Dalek has something to say to everybody. How are you doing, Dalek? Merry Christmas. I hope you're having a great start of your holidays. Is there anything you'd like to share with us before you got to go?
Yeah, well, yeah, Jill. I think that was the only way I could get your attention, because, yeah, I have to go, guys, because I gotta go and eat. Got food waiting for me. So,
Dalek, real quick, Dalek. If
What?
I happen to watch this stupid Christmas special, I may need you to exterminate me.
Which Christmas special?
The Doctor Who one. I may need you to exterminate me.
Oh, that.
Is it a new one?
Yeah. It is.
yeah,
With Tennant.
It's the first.
No,
so
Tennant's
it's-
done with.
No,
Tennant did the
Tennant's
60th.
David. Tennant's gone. It's the first. This is like the first so-called Christmas special in several years.
You know,
now.
they're doing a musical where they're singing about eating a baby. So yeah,
Oh,
I'm
man.
gonna
What?
need Dalek to
Holy Jesus.
exterminate me.
Eating a baby? That
Yep.
doesn't sound very Christmassy.
I saw. Yeah. I
It's
saw
regional.
Oh, okay. So British people eat babies. That doesn't make sense.
From time to time.
No.
That's what I heard.
No, they do
Almost
not.
done.
Yeah, Doctor Who is dead, basically.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it is. That's why if I am stupid enough to watch it, I need
My
Dalek to
friend-
show up and exterminate me.
I can say this: my family are guaranteed to watch it, or at least
Well, I'll probably watch it.
if
Yeah,
not on
my-
Christmas. If they don't watch it on Christmas Day, they will at some point.
You have my
Oh,
sympathy,
that's
Dalek.
kind of sweet in a way. There's still hope for them
No,
somehow.
Like
beyond hope.
I don't think
No,
I will
they're-
watch it because it's on Disney
No,
Plus
in
in Canada, so
they're
I
asleep.
can't.
In my opinion, they're asleep. They're deluded. They're maybe not deluded, but it's definitely asleep and unaware.
Well, oh my stars! You left it so open.
Well, are you going to be streaming in the next week, or do you have anything going on with your channel? What do you want to share?
Oh man. I'm not. Well, there was a couple. Well, there were a couple of things I was hoping to do with my channel, but as is usually the way, I never don't actually get around to doing those things.
That's
I
true.
mean-
It's one thing
I mean,
to
I
come
mean-
up with a plan. Execution is the thing.
You know, there's a couple of there was actually I don't know if you heard about this, Jill, but I went. Do you know I went to the cinema to see Godzilla -1, and that ended in disaster.
Yeah, didn't
What?
like the projector
right.
break like a bunch of times?
I've been wanting to see that movie, and you tried to go see it, but I
I
didn't
did. I
work.
tried to actually go and see it, but I saw sat through most of the movie before. Well, yeah, like as Scotty said, the projector broke 3 separate
Oh, that's
times.
the worst. The
Did you
worst.
get
Did you
total
get free tickets? They should give you
should've got
2
a
free
refund.
tickets when that happens.
You should got a refund, man.
No, I did. No, I did get a refund. They offered us all refunds.
Oh, good stuff. Good stuff.
But that's
Hey, Dalek,
never the same after
Was
that.
it as great as everybody says it is?
Oh yeah, well, I mean, because of the projector breaking, I didn't see the end of it.
Uh-huh.
I haven't. I think it's like the first. I think I didn't get to see like the last 10 minutes or something like that of it. But what I did see, wow, it is spectacular. It really is.
Yeah, I've heard that from a few friends I've been talking to, and I think I'll have to actually go see that damn movie. I hate to pay theater ticket prices, but that sounds like a very awesome film, I must say.
Yeah, and one thing I would have liked to have done is because after I'd seen it, I wanted to do a review of it on my channel, but since I haven't properly seen all of it, I can't.
Go watch it now.
Well,
Yeah.
you got another ticket to go and see it again. So just do the review after you see it the second time.
Yeah, go eat your dinner and then go watch it.
Actually, your review will be even better because you'll see it the second time, so you have even more time to absorb the total quality of the film, right, Dalek?
Like you're gonna love the fact that George Clooney comes back as Batman.
Yeah, I'll be waiting the whole movie for that.
Oh my good lord!
Oh boy. Anyway.
Spoiler. Godzilla regenerates into Mothra at the end.
Hey!
No, you're kidding.
I'm
You're
kidding.
right?
I'm kidding.
He's tying it back to Doctor Who for a weird reason.
I
The
had to throw
Mothra
the-
twins show up.
I had to throw in the Doctor Who reference when he went from male to female, so I went from Godzilla to Mothra.
Oh, I still wish
now I
Helena
get
Bonham
it.
Carter was a doctor.
Oh my god!
Anyway, I'm not quite at the moment. I'm not quite sure what's coming up for my channel. I'll do a short stream on Christmas Day. Maybe I won't. I'm not sure about that because obviously I'll be busy with the family on Christmas Day. But,
Maybe you should watch Doctor Who and review it.
Yeah.
No. Why would I subject
Give
myself
it.
to that?
I agree
Give
with
it-
you, Dalek. I agree
Give
with
it a Dalek's
You don't have to if you don't
perspective. You can
You
just
have-
yell exterminate through the whole review.
In the finite amount of time that you happen to have on this planet, why would you watch something that you absolutely have no interest in paying attention to?
My thoughts exactly,
Agreed.
Scotty.
Agreed.
I'm sure you'll figure something out. Just keep
I-
brainstorming.
I don't have.
Anyway, I know you got to go, so
I do have to
will
go.
Talk to you later.
Have
I
a
do have
very
to-
Merry Christmas, Dalek, and a happy.
Yeah.
Yeah, Merry
I gotta
Christmas,
go.
Dalek.
Hopefully,
Christmas,
if you're still going, maybe I'll come back. But we'll see you. But anyway, yeah. Bye. Anyway, for now, everybody, I wish you all Merry Christmas, and I'll see you all later. So bye for now.
Merry Christmas,
Bye for now.
Dalek.
Bye, Dalek.
Merry Christmas,
Enjoy your
Dalek.
dinner, your tea time or tea.
First name Mr., middle name period,
Yes.
last name T.
I guess it is always tea time in the UK, isn't it?
Yeah, no, it was
No,
the thing
not
I was
always.
confused about for the longest time. Is that tea
Oh, they always
means
every Brit I've ever talked to.
is that tea means
for
dinner?
tea time? It's like okay, tea time, whatever. You know.
Tea is always at 4.
Yeah, it's 8 o'clock.
Afternoon tea.
8
I
o'clock
don't know.
now.
What,
in
I'm not
the
sure what his
UK.
time is. Actually, he probably
8
is.
o'clock.
It's probably yeah. Okay, it's a little late for that. Okay.
Raquel says, I just got back from the mall, and I mentioned that before, and she said that while she was there was a long line for a particular store, and I'm really curious as to which, there it is, which store? I'm really curious.
Yeah, which
I got
store?
the itch to
did you
know.
have?
Raquel, it was probably Victoria's Secrets.
There you go.
I am going to guess, and this because I just had a discussion with a friend about this. I'm going to guess it was that store that sells the candles. But it starts with a B, Bath and something, not Bed Bath
Bed
and
Bath
Beyond.
and Beyond? No.
No, the one that sells just
Bath and
mostly
Body Works.
fragrance. That's it, Bath and Body Works. I'm going to guess it was that one because I
I'm
understand that there's always a line in front of that. I don't quite get it myself. I'm not really a candle and fragrance person. Whenever I walk into that store, I feel like my sinuses are being assaulted. But that's my guess.
GameStop.
I'm sticking with Victoria's Secrets.
Yeah, I'm not a big fragrance person either. Like, I have a very sensitive respiratory system, so I could never date any woman that was like heavily into like heavy perfume. It's like, I'm sorry, dear, but I cannot be around you if you're going to do that because I'll get sick. So
JT Kirk says Yankee Candle.
Yankee Candle. What's a Yankee?
Okay, so the
Candle?
store was
That's a brand.
Lululemon.
Lululemon. That's a good one.
Lululemon.
Oh, Lululemon.
The hell's
I didn't even know
Lululemon?
Lululemon had a store.
Oh, it's like where you get yoga pants or something.
Yeah,
Right,
yoga
yes,
pants.
they're
yeah,
all about
that's-
the yoga pants at
that's-
Lululemon. Yeah, Raquel must be in a big city or something.
Yeah,
I
we
never even heard of Lululemon.
don't-
Oh, I have,
Lululemon is
yeah.
But
They're all about the
where
yoga
lemon
pants.
pie.
they're
It's
big
where
in
lemon pie
Canada.
shops.
Probably have to go to Vancouver to get them here, though.
So actually, I was the closest one because I said Victoria's Secrets. So
Yep.
a clothing.
Yep.
Yes, you're definitely the
store.
closest.
Yep. You
Close
win.
but no cigar.
Yeah,
Get in line.
definitely.
You win the Christmas contest there, Deej.
I get a lump of coal. Yay!
Hello,
You,
to
yoga
you
you,
get to
pants.
pick
Anonymous.
first from the Yankee swap.
I want to say hello to Anonymous. Mr. Miles says Bloodbath and Beyond, the Klingons version.
Ah, that's good.
Stovokor.
That
Oh
is a good
wow,
one.
Raquel, you made it out of live. Thank goodness. Yeah, I hate going out to Christmas shop.
Oh.
That's why I do my shopping
Oh.
online because oh no, I don't like the crowd.
I love
Man,
it.
ages.
I went out last Saturday and it was nuts. Like there was oh my god, there were so many people everywhere. It's like I was so glad to get home because it was an ordeal. I'm just going to go out like after 7 or 8 at night. That's when I go and buy my groceries and stuff because that's when it calms down. But during the day, oh my god, this last week Christmas shopping is a nightmare. A nightmare.
Before Christmas.
No, it's like thousands of people everywhere, right? It's
That's
just like-
interesting,
that
Last Son of
movie.
K,
Oh.
about B cubed. Yeah,
Oh yeah, can you read this one for me, please?
for sure. Bed Bath & Beyond went bye-bye. I worked for a regional retailer, New England, that got bought by BB&B. Awful company to work for. I can believe it. They ran that company into the ground. I tried to give them business and for like the last 3 years, and every time I walked in, they had no stock. And then I heard that some big company gave them an influx of money specifically to buy stock. And I thought, oh, and I went back and still no stock. I'm like, well, okay. Somebody
think-
ran that company into the ground. I miss it. I'm going to miss it when it's gone.
I think we still have that company up here in Canada, Tiger, but it's weird.
Funny how
you know.
y'all have companies that went under down here. Like I understand that y'all still have Toys R Us stores.
I have
We
a
do,
Toys
and
R-
yeah.
we
I have a
don't.
I have a Toys R Us about 10 minutes drive away.
So
from me.
unfair.
It's super
Sorry.
unfair. I agree, Tiger Stripes. I
It's-
love
it's-
Toys R Us.
It's just weird. I mean, hey, it's just like different countries have different shit, right? It's like I don't get it.
No,
but
that's
it's the way
not.
it is.
When a company completely closes every freaking store in the United States, but still keeps them open in Canada, something hinky's going on.
I
That
think
ain't
there's
right.
some-
Tax break.
I think there's some
Dalek says thanks for having me on.
Interesting.
You're welcome,
Dalek.
Dalek. Yeah.
Dalek,
Merry
love
Christmas,
to your
Dalek.
family, Dalek. Kiss your mother for me.
Have a
But
good
the
one.
only good thing, I was sad about Toys R Us closing, but my Toys R Us did turn into an Ollie's, which is a pretty good replacement.
And I don't even know what an Ollie's is.
Well, that's good.
It's a store. It sells things at a heavy discount. It buys up the excess stock from other stores.
Ah, that I kind of
wish-
dig those.
I wish I had one of those here. We used to have some of those stores here like 8, 7, 10 years ago, and now they're all gone, and I miss those stores because I love those discount stores. They were really good.
Mm-hmm.
Damn. No good stores here anymore, really.
Bed Bath & Beyond is where all the super liberal hipsters hung out here. I'm not surprised they went under, says Mr. Miles.
And
Well,
I'm surprised super liberal hipsters hang out anywhere there's not free coffee.
Yeah, I don't think they were that political. Every time I go there, they just got like bath towels and shit. So I don't see any
Me too. I never
politics.
noticed that myself. Well,
They
not where
don't go
I'm.
like-
well,
they
he did say where he's at, not where
Yeah.
we're at.
Well, and also the
Well,
thing is
I
that have you
never
ever
got a
considered that
political
you are the
vibe.
hipster who's going into the BB&B?
No, but I
Yeah,
never got-
Ooh.
if you don't see the hipster, maybe you are.
Exactly.
Exactly.
That's it. That's
They
it.
never asked me for my "Are you a liberal hipster" card to prove my hipster.
You didn't.
ness. So
You
it's
didn't
like,
get your
yeah,
card yet?
They didn't give a fuck. Oh, sorry for language.
There
Joe.
you go.
I applied for
Babylon B
mine.
did a goof on that the other day.
They
man
just want-
thinking that his family has no weird uncle suddenly realizes he is the weird uncle.
Exactly. Yeah, no, that's my favorite.
yeah, exactly. That's
Luckily, I'm
perfect.
not the weird uncle because I have no.
Oh, don't count yourself short.
I am the
Yeah.
weird uncle, and I'm
No,
proud of it.
My family's so deceased. I'm not a
Should
weird
be.
uncle to anybody anymore. But
Yeah, I like to think
No,
of
you're the
myself
best,
as
Pete. I'm glad
everybody's
you're here.
weird auntie.
no,
Well,
it's
and
just
I've
like,
been I've been called a
They
sorry.
just want to sell towels and shit. Like that's all I ever, all I ever experienced. So.
Language.
I've been called the Funkle lately, which I appreciate. It's better than Drunkle.
I'm not quite sure what the F is for, but I think I can
Fun,
guess.
fun uncle.
Fun.
Oh, fun.
Fun. He's
Uncle.
a fun
I thought he was
uncle.
calling himself a Funko Pop.
I am a Funko Pop.
He could be a Funko Pop. His head is
Funko
Okay.
Pop.
compared to his body.
When is the
Anonymous.
when's,
I'm just kidding. I'm
Yeah,
kidding. I'm
Anonymous.
kidding. It's not true.
When did he get
I'm
here?
making it. It's a
Speak
stupid
up,
joke. It's not
Anonymous.
real.
Hey,
so
Anonymous.
when is the
Hello
Funko
to
Pop?
Anonymous.
Oh wait, I'm sorry. I had the other stream going too. I just kept hearing
Why you're
voice upon
two-timing
voice
us?
upon
How
voice.
dare you?
I know. No, I mean I had your stream open on the other
Okay.
window, so I could just hear you
That
guys
makes-
like 7
Never
seconds
mind.
ago.
Well, welcome, Anonymous. It's so great to see you. How are you doing? Merry
I'm
Christmas.
fine. Jill caught me on a day off. You lucky girl.
Yay, lucky me. I win.
Yay!
Woohoo.
So
It
I
is a
don't.
Christmas miracle.
Yeah, no, I don't have my cool sound filters, so I sound like crap. But
sound
that's all right.
fine.
I'll have to go back. If my OBS went nuts and wanted to update, and then it deleted all my scene with all my stuff on it. So
Well, don't
Uh,
worry. If you sound bad, I'll drop you. I've done it before.
okay,
You sound
appreciate that.
perfect.
Appreciate that.
Mhm. But I
sound-
do understand you like
you
to
sound-
you like to play with the sound.
I do.
You sound totally fine, Anonymous. And welcome. You and I both got lucky, and we got a day off today, which is why I am here as well. So
See,
welcome as a guy with a day off.
3 days for everybody.
Perfect time of year to get a day off, isn't it? Yes.
Yes. I'm good till the 2nd of January. So
Me too.
Nice.
I got today off until the 2nd of January too. Wow, that's awesome, man.
are you working my job?
No, but we got the same kind of jobs, I'm guessing. You work for a smaller company, I'm guessing, right?
I do.
I do as well, and my boss always shuts it down. Well, if I had any calls to make, I'd be working until tomorrow. But since I finished my calls yesterday, I got today off, and it's like I got 12 days until January 2nd. So that is a great break, is it not, man? It's like,
Heck yeah. I enjoy it. It's a very continuous, nice little continuous stream of days, and I might even take a day or two off afterwards, just cause. Keep it
I'm
going.
going to read a Penny from the chat.
It's a
She
good
said this
break.
quite a
Please
while
do.
ago. She said, just got home from Target. I hate those self-checkout lanes. That's, I don't like them, but then whenever I get in one of the proper checkout lanes, people always have issues in my lane, and I can see the other lanes moving much faster, and it drives me completely up the wall. I think I might be to a point in my life where I prefer to self-checkout. I think I'm there.
Yeah, I don't mind until there's an error, and then you have to talk to the clerk anyway.
Yeah.
Yes, there's always those.
So
but
is
the,
this string
the
of things.
clerks are usually very good, and they correct it very quickly, in my experience, Joe.
Yeah, and Deej. Did you say anything? Oh wait, no,
Yeah.
Anonymous was.
Oh yeah, there's always a list of things that can go wrong.
Can go, will go.
When we'll
Oh,
go.
hey.
I got in line a while ago at the Walmart, and
The Wilmer.
three nice ladies were taking all the spots. Me and another dude had to sit there and wait, and they all had about 5 to 10 things, and they took about 15 minutes each.
Ooh.
Yeah, that's Murphy's law. If something can go wrong, it will.
I get behind the slow people not just there. I mean, like in my car, at Walmart, it doesn't matter. Wherever I'm at, I'm getting behind. I'm finding those slow people, and I'm getting right behind them.
Does that happen when you're driving too? You pick the lane that goes the slowest.
I do feel like God's trying to teach me patience a lot of the time. It's like, haven't I
Well,
learned
I
it
get-
yet, God? Please.
I think God knows
Yeah.
I have infinite patience, so He just puts me behind all the slow people.
I get behind those idiots in the self-checkout line that thinks they got to talk on the phone.
Yeah,
Oh,
one
no.
thing at a time. Come on.
I don't
life-
understand
life-
people. There's people in the world who have to be talking to someone else at every minute of their day. Every minute they have to be connected with someone else. I don't know what happens if they don't. Perhaps they implode. Perhaps they have
I
a
don't
serious
get it.
meltdown. But that one just blows my mind.
Me too. I don't get it. The reason I go to self checkouts often is because I'll go to a supermarket and there's like 10 or 15 people ahead of me. It's like, I'm not going to stand here for half an hour to buy like $5 worth of groceries. It's like, it's just not going to happen.
Oh, Mr. Miles says this, which is really vaguely almost offensive, but just too funny. I pretend like I'm mentally deficient when they try to push me into self-checkout lines. It's not much of a stretch for me. I'm sure that's not true, but that is hilarious.
That's
my
never
God.
happened to me. I've never chosen a regular line and had somebody say, "Hey, why don't you go over to the self checkout?" Like no one's ever.
I'm curious
Me
which
no
store
no
that is.
check out self.
Merry Christmas, Mr. Miles, by the way.
Oh my God, that's
Merry
funny.
Christmas,
Mr. Miles,
Merry
you don't.
Christmas.
Mr. Miles, you don't have to do that. Just tell them you used to edit for Salty, and they'll know that you're mental deficient.
No, Gavin Blackbourne's all
You used to
nostalgic.
edit for Salty.
Salty Trekker.
Oh Lord.
You did.
There's so many salties I can't keep them straight. Gavin
Why
Blackburn
is
says, I love
everybody
the
so
70s
salty?
movies where there is a clerk and a bagger and they put your shopping in big brown paper bags and carry them to your car. The shopping also only cost $5 for a full trolley. Oh boy, yeah, those were the days. God almighty. It's just...
Well, I always like it when someone helps me with the bagging, because I'll do it myself. But when they're there and they're like, "Oh, I'll help you." out."
Oh, have you ever? I don't know if you guys have ever gotten self or not
No.
self. Talk about the drive-through like a Walmart checkout or online checkout.
I have
Yes.
not have yet to do that.
Oh my God,
Yes,
my wife
But
does
they
that
get all the
time.
best parking spaces and that pisses me off also.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
continue. What's it
That's
like?
fun. All right. Most of them are done by kids, right? So when you get home, they put the bags in your back of your car or whatever. You get home, you're unbagging everything, and they have like 15 bags with one thing in them.
Yeah, they don't put enough stuff in the bag.
I don't know. Yet the alternative
they're
seems to
wasting
be that the
plastic.
kids who pile all the cans on top of your bag of chips.
That's
Yeah.
what I'm worried. No, but that doesn't happen at HEB. The kids, they give me the chips, they give me the bread, they give me the eggs.
The eggs.
Put
yeah.
in the front seat because they know how to do it. HEB is really great. If nobody knows, HEB is a
Yeah,
grocery
Walmart does
store
that
chain
too, but
in-
they just don't know how to bag stuff 'cause
in
they
Texas.
seriously-
And this comment by Gavin Blackburn, we have that, and HEB does offer these services to some people. When if you go
here
to
here in Austin, HEB will not
This
give you a
isn't
bag.
promotion.
They will sell you a bag, but they will not give you a bag.
oh
Yes,
No,
I miss
no,
it very
yeah.
much.
I get bags. I'm in Corpus Christi. I'm not in Austin.
Ah, well, that's yes. Corpus is nice.
It is.
Yeah, my mom as a cashier was a store cashier most months in the 70s and into the 80s for like 18 years. And the customers loved her. She would always bag their groceries. And back then, customer service ruled. And it's a sad loss that I regret when I go to most stores.
Well,
these
that's what
days.
I'm saying. It's not been lost in Corpus Christi.
You're
That
very
sounds
lucky.
lovely.
You're
has it.
very lucky. You're a very
The
lucky
last-
lady,
the
Jill.
last bastion
Damn.
of the old ways.
They
There
exist.
isn't a. I gotta say, there is an occasional cashier that will actually, take the time to bag my groceries, but it's very rare these days, sadly.
But I just wanted to really, I just really wanted to say Merry Christmas to the Comic Relief Crusader and also the Christian Fandom Geek. Great to
Merry-
see you here today.
Merry Christmas, y'all.
Merry Christmas.
Merry Christmas.
Merry
guys.
Christmas.
Merry Christmas.
Merry
Oh,
Christmas.
That's
Scotty's back.
Yeah, Scotty's back. Scotty, please read this by Last Son of K.
Last and a K in the chat says, after self-checkouts, retailers' next step is to build a huge building, dump everything in a pile in the middle, then you pick it out of the pile, what you end up bringing to the self-checkout.
And do you have to fight for the good stuff? Fight.
You know
The
what? They
Lurpa.
kind of have that. It's at Goodwill. They put all this junk into dumpsters, and you have to dig through the basically dumpster diving. But it's all like you just pay by the bag and the weight of the bag.
Hey,
It's all
Raquel.
trash. Hello.
There's
Yeah,
probably
hello.
going there's probably going to be a section
Hey,
later
guys.
over on the left where everybody gets together and does a trade.
Yeah.
Back to the
Dirty
barter
Santa.
system.
Yeah. Well, I mean, you picked up the thing that somebody else wanted, and then I'll give you 2 mac and cheeses for your Stouffer's dinner, kind of thing.
Mac and cheese sounds lovely the first thing in
This
the
feels
morning.
like a Mad Max kind of groceries.
Yeah.
I've never had
I
mac
think-
and cheese for breakfast.
I think
Raquel.
Mad Max would probably
It's really
love to have.
cheesy and good.
I think Mad Max would love to have those groceries because I remember in the second movie he was eating a can of dog food, right?
Mm-hmm. Well, it reminds me of Fallout when you get the Blamco mac and cheese.
I like
Damn.
the cram.
I gotta say, I love Road Warriors.
I like the Lumbus.
Road Warrior is not a Christmas movie, though, is it?
No,
I don't know. I don't think so.
it's a summer movie.
Yeah.
I'm just trying to start another debate here. Sorry.
Well, no, I
Oh.
think Kurt Russell from The Thing ends up turning into Santa Claus.
Sure.
That's
terribly
entertaining
disturbing.
thought.
I don't want to go there. No, thank you.
So when he goes down the chimneys, Scotty, does he infect all the kids and turn them into alien
La la
creatures?
la, I can't hear you. La la
Yeah,
la,
let's
I
not-
can't hear you.
Let's not take away the magic of Christmas.
That's how they
Lance-
take. That's how they
Too
take over
late,
the world.
Scotty. Too late.
Yeah.
You're welcome.
Okay, so I just wanted to say thank you. Thank you so much to the Comic Relief Crusader for sending a $2 super chat, $2 Canadian super
Hey,
chat. Merry
Merry
Christmas
Christmas to all.
enjoy
I like
your
the typo.
$1.25 American.
Christams, yes.
You
Christams.
hoser.
And I'll find something to play for you. I got to get better clips, though. I do
keep
have
getting-
better clips, but I got to organize them.
I like
Keep
your
getting that
clips.
clip that you've unmuted me, Jill, so I don't know what the hell's
I
going
well, I have to every once in a while because then I can't talk.
That's green.
That's
What can I do for you, Jim?
I said, give me the brandy.
I love that Scotty clip. It's green.
Green.
That's quality stuff.
Not who I expected.
It's green.
Edge of Time says HEB bye bye. HEB bye bye. Who buy? We buy. HEB bye bye. Yep. Yeah, that's a chance you have to say every time you shop.
the HEB family call HEB because their last name is Butts. Just wanted to point that out.
But that's true. Henry E. Butt.
Butts.
Butts.
Plural? I always thought it was just
think I could be wrong, but it's yes. So it's HEB.
Yeah, it's Howard.
So you,
yeah,
so
it's
you
Howard,
don't say I'm going to Butts.
It's Howard Edward Butt. It's not plural. Howard Edward Butt.
Does butt or butts makes much of a difference? It's still a butt, right?
Yeah, it's still bad.
Mm-hmm.
Some butts are better than others, so
Oh, that's
It's
for
true.
sure. I will
Like
agree
bunt
with
cake.
Butt cake?
No,
No,
bunt
bunt
cake.
cake.
Oh, sorry. My
Indeed,
mistake.
indeed. And it's true. One bun cake is very different from another bunt cake.
Mm.
Especially
Well,
when
like,
it's
what's
soaked in
your-
rum.
Merry Christmas.
Yeah,
Yeah,
and
and
speaking
it's
of
Merry
the Merry
Christmas.
Christmases, like, what's your
Raquel, I
favorite
think that
Christmas
man's
song?
asking you to marry him.
Merry Christmas at the time.
I'm flattered. Thank you.
I gotta say, I really like Jill's little snowflakes coming down here. I'm thinking about.
Feel
at
so
this
home
time of-
alone.
At
They're
this
really
time of year,
sweet.
we're all Jill snowflakes.
I just appreciate you doing the snowflakes, Jill. That's what I'm saying.
Yeah, I've had them going for a while. I'm glad you like them.
I've enjoyed them all day, and they're really awesome. I just wanted to
Re-
comment.
Really, Mr. Miles, you had to go there.
What did Mr. Miles do? Let's see.
No, no. we
Oh.
don't want-
Oh.
But hey,
Ah.
I believe they're fudged based.
Ooh, no.
Oh, they're
Okay.
packed with fudge.
You could take them in a couple of ways. I'm not going to comment on that.
Well, and
It's
I
too
did have
late. Scotty beat you to it.
I have a question for Anonymous
Scotty
and
always beats me
Raquel.
to it. Hey, Scotty.
I'm afraid.
Earlier on, we were talking about wizards, and I just recently took a Hogwarts house test. I got sorted by the hat.
Yes.
Wow.
Do you guys care about Hogwarts? And if so, if not, then you can disregard me. But if so, which house of the Hogwarts are you?
I took the test. I played the
Nice.
game, and then I watched the movies. So I am a house that I don't remember the name of off the top of my head now. I don't know why. What's name it
there's
off the house?
four.
There's
Yes,
only
there's
4.
I'm not Slytherin. I'm not
Mm-hmm.
Ravenclaw?
Ravenclaws. I'm not
Gryffindor.
Hufflepuff.
I'm not a Hufflepuff. What's the other one?
Then you're a
Again?
Gryffindor.
Gryffindor. Yes, I'm a See, sometimes my
I-
brain doesn't work right. But yes, I'm a Gryffindor. I did that. I never watched the movies either. I just couldn't get into them. And
I
back
think
in the
you
day,
should try again.
Well, I
the
did. I
first
did. I
two
watched them.
grind exceedingly slow. The
Yes.
third one's a movie, and it really takes off, and it's delightful. It's my
Yes,
very favorite.
I got talked into watching them. I played the game. I was gifted the game, and I even played it on YouTube. So anybody wants to go watch me fail hardly, you can go watch that. But
Looks
I
like a
ended
good
up
game.
watching the movies. But yeah, the first two were like juvenile and kind of more kiddie kind of
Well, there's a
movie.
lot
And
of
then-
information there. They're setting the scene with all the characters and the
Yes, it was
terminology
world
and
building,
just the format.
yeah.
So it just keeps coming.
Yeah,
I mean, the second one's pretty challenging, really. With the, conceptually.
Yeah.
Well, that's what it is that the books and the movies both matured as they went along, because the first one's very light and adorable, and
Mhm.
all the cast are babies, and then as they grow up, the story grows up too.
That could be why I couldn't get into it at first, or back in the day. It was just
I just recently rewatched them on Peacock, and I have to give everybody a warning. The last one, they formatted it to shorten it.
ooh.
And I could tell. And I'm paying for this service, and you're going to show me a chopped film as if I was watching it on broadcast. It really, man, I was very unhappy.
Well, no,
But,
usually when I watch it on broadcast, they put in all the deleted scenes, which is how I was watching it last night. I didn't finish the whole movie, but I kept thinking,
Yeah,
wow, this is really great to see all the deleted scenes interjected into the movie.
Where were you watching it?
Well,
high seas.
it's a copy. Yeah, it's a copy. Well, no, I own the Blu-rays, so the fact that I'm watching it that way is okay.
Oh.
Because
Yeah, no,
Yeah,
it's totally
I
cool.
own the
them.
DVDs from back in the day, but I did notice when I watched it on Peacock, the first couple were putting in scenes, not even deleted scenes I'd never seen before, and they were extending things, and it was just brilliant. And then, like I said, this last one, there was a thing up on, this movie has been edited for time and content, and I'm like, what? I was
smoking.
very unhappy. Very
Physical media.
yes,
yeah.
that's the answer.
Definitely.
Raquel, are you a person of a House of Hogwarts?
Yes, I am a Gryffindor.
Ah.
All the cool people are Gryffindors.
And I'm still playing Hogwarts Legacy, which I'm
I
still
still
enjoying.
need to play that.
That one's
I
the one
find it
everyone's
enjoyable.
raving about. I have to
Well,
answer
now that-
Dalek. No, Dalek, no. I'm talking about the second part of the last film, and it was edited for time. They chopped it. They
Yeah,
chopped it
so
considerably.
Deathly Hallows Part 2 was
Yeah,
cut
they
down.
they shortened it probably by 20 minutes or something. It was, anyway,
quite a
I'm
lot.
done.
Well,
I'm done. It was
Scotty, our 37
aggravating.
Now that you are sort of interested in Harry Potter, would you want to do Calto on Legacy?
Sure.
I don't know. Maybe. I'm think about it. I
Well, it's
haven't done a
narrative.
modern game on Calto yet.
Well, it's interesting because, like, with the whatever the Harry Potter game is called, what's it called?
Legacy.
Hogwarts Legacy is the new one. I'm sure there are many other Harry Potter games.
Like, I look at that game and the playthroughs that I've seen people doing, like yourself, Raquel, and I've Deej, I've probably seen a couple of minutes of yours as well, and it looks like a game that is actually true to how it would feel like to be. Like, part of the reason why you play these games is so that you can sort of put yourself into that world, and it looks like it. Like, it looks like the kind of game, because I'm not a Harry Potter fan, but it looks like the kind of game, because I am a Spider-Man fan. When I look at gameplay footage of Spider-Man 2 or Spider-Man 1, like the PS4 version, it's like, you know what? That looks like what it feels like to be Spider-Man. And the same thing, even not being a fan, the game mechanics of Hogwarts Legacy look great for Harry Potter fans. So I'd be interested in exploring it now that I am, a Hufflepuff.
Yeah,
but
Good to know.
yeah. Being the guy, a guy that played it, yes, and a normie of Harry Potter. I've only never read the books. I just watched the movies after I started playing the game. So to compare the two, yeah, it's a very accurate portrayal of the world that they live in, and the mechanics are great. I'm not a third person game player per se a lot. I like first person stuff, but the third person stuff, it didn't annoy me. It was a very good game, and it had its issues, obviously, very controversial issues, but other than that, everything was pretty top notch. And it should have won Game of the Year because it was so good. But
I felt that way too. I thought it should have won the Game of the Year.
Spoken
Too bad
like
we couldn't.
gamers.
You can't
Sounds
play
like you know.
Quidditch in the game.
Oh, no Quidditch?
Yeah, no
Mm-mm,
Quidditch.
Nope.
You can't cancel Quidditch. Oliver Wood's line.
However, there
gotta have a little
is
Quidditch.
a game called Harry Potter Quidditch Champions that is
PS1
coming out sometime next year. Harry Potter Quidditch Champions.
Hmm.
Oh, okay.
That's coming out next year.
Hmm.
So I think it will be a
Oh, that could
nice
be fun.
makeup that people
That'd be
will,
cool though if they put in a DLC into Legacy. Say here's Quidditch.
Yeah, I'm thinking it that way. It's just like a DLC, like a side game.
Yeah,
Just as
because
sane as I am.
I'm sorry, but yeah, the flying, the broomstick flying, the challenges for doing that was all great. I don't see why they couldn't make a DLC for that and make it work right.
The broom in that game's a little bit wonky, but it's fine.
No, I thought it's fine. I have nothing to compare it to, but
Yeah, I'm not a gamer.
What? What? Oh, I'm sorry.
Well, it's an interesting, as I said, it looks like an interesting adaptation, and being a big fan, if I get a video game so I can immerse myself in a world, like if I'm playing Star Trek 25th Anniversary, like the old Interplay video game, and it's like, no, this is what Star Trek is like. Or if I'm playing Spider-Man and I'm swinging through New York, I'm like, yeah, this is what Spider-Man is like. And yeah, so when I see Harry Potter, Hogwarts Legacy, I'm like, yeah, that looks like Harry Potter. And so it'd be an interesting way to get into it. And because I took the quiz, now I kind of want to get like the 8-movie Blu-ray box set. It's cheap. It's cheap as chips, and it seems pleasant. I started watching what the Philosopher's Stone or the Sorcerer's Stone, depending on where you live.
Yeah, we did.
And I fell asleep because this is hard going, yo. But I am still interested. It's lovely. It doesn't offend me. It sort of lulls me. I like it. So
Well,
I'm
the
gonna give
thing
it a
is
go.
that nobody's picking Ravenclaw, so I'm playing a bunch of Luna clips.
I suspect Narvals are behind it.
I don't know who this person is.
She's a
Luna,
strange
That's
little
Luna
girl.
Lovegood. She is the outsider's outsider, which is the beautiful part of her character. In a world where everybody's a bit of a strange bird and it's not the normie muggle world, she's the odd girl out.
Which says something.
Indeed.
But yeah, she's interesting. If you didn't know any better, you'd think she was kind of half mental, but it's
But
just-
you gotta
it's a different world. So,
Well, Ravenclaws are incredibly intellectual, and so if that brilliance happens to off-put some, that's what happens to Ravenclaw.
I do know if you get Hufflepuff, you get it like some kind of special mission to Azkaban, I think.
Ooh,
Wow.
Oh,
that's where Gary Oldman's from.
wait, what? If you're Hufflepuff,
That's
you
where
get
he
to
ended
go
up.
to Azkaban.
I'm pretty sure I'm right about that.
yeah, there was some extra stuff with a different house.
That's
Well,
good.
you
I
wanna
love
get-
that.
yeah.
It should be.
You want to get replay value?
Covering your ears
Let's
and
try-
make your brain go fuzzy.
Yeah, only
Let's see what-
Hufflepuff students can go to Azkaban and Hogwarts Legacy.
Well, that's great.
And you can even though you took the test, when you play the game, you can choose whatever house you want to be in.
Ah, that's nice.
So
Yeah, Alex says that's the biggest letdown. No Quidditch. I'm convinced Luna Lovegood was smoking magical pot. It explains everything about her character.
Makes sense.
I believe it.
I don't even know this
Ah,
woman.
She's just a little spacey.
Yeah, that's it. She's
And
naturally
she's very,
that way.
very kind. She's very forgiving.
Right. Yeah, she doesn't. Well, even the Ravenclaws play
chill.
practical jokes on her, and she doesn't.
Yes.
It doesn't really phase her.
Yeah. She says it's all good fun. It's just how sweet is that? I would be. You give me
Ravenclaws
my
are
shoes, you SOB. I would be so mad.
I know. She's just strolling around. It's fine.
what
Ravenclaws
did
are
I
more
hear?
known for their creativity than intelligence. It's why Hermione wasn't in Ravenclaw. She was almost in Ravenclaw. She was a hat stall, so the hat took like 5 minutes. If it takes 5 minutes or more to decide where you are. So there you go. Go ahead, Scotty.
Oh, I forget.
You forget. I got lots of private chat.
Spoken like a Hufflepuff.
What you say in jest, I say with conviction. What a piece of work is man. Sorry, I had to. Oh, guys, do you want to be a little nauseous for a second?
I don't know. How nauseous are we talking about?
I don't know, like 6 out of 10.
6 out of 10.
Well,
Can you
just
dial
8,
it down to a 5? It's Christmas, for God's sake.
All right, I won't use any swears. So, I asked my sister for a complete series Blu-ray box set for Christmas.
Oh man.
And I am so looking forward to it because
What thing?
Star Trek Picard.
Oh dear.
I'm going to
Frickin'
watch the
weird.
whole thing knowing that the first 2 seasons are terrible and being somewhat accepting of the 3rd season. And I'm just going to see.
Terrible.
It wasn't that. It was better than Nemesis.
Oh, awful. No, it's not.
Yes, it
Then
is.
you'll have to monetize it and do a critique of it online.
But
you
I'm
have to have
excited
a
for
reason.
it.
You have to have a reason to do it.
The reason is my
You have to make your money.
The reason is masochism.
We
Yeah,
already
kinda.
reviewed Star Trek Picard season 3, except for the
We
last.
couldn't even finish it.
Yeah, we reviewed all of it except for the last 2 episodes on the Phantasmagorium channel. So if we did it
Arguably
again,
the best 2 episodes, too.
Galactica
one.
80 was far superior than 3rd season of Picard.
Oh my
No
God.
argument. No argument. That's not my point. Well, then the 80 Battlestar Galactica is better than Star Trek Nemesis.
Mr. Miles says, you're requesting ST Picard as a gift. What's next? Klingon pain sticks?
Oh, dude, that's next year with John Tesh.
yeah, right, exactly, Mr. Miles. Scotty
no.
R37 is a masochist.
So is that a 6 out of
Scotty's-
10 of nausea, or is that higher?
I haven't seen it, so I really can't have an opinion. I only know what I've heard other people say, and
Fair
I can't
enough.
have an opinion. I
There
just
are-
know that I was so excited for it when I heard it was going to happen.
Yeah.
And then people started buzzing, and I was so heartbroken. I couldn't bring myself to do it. And they were even offering it here and there. I know that the first episode showed up for free on YouTube. Then they played it on broadcast. And for some reason, I'm like, no, nope.
Yeah, I can't wait. They have audio commentaries, so people are actually going to try and explain themselves while I'm watching it. It's going to be so good. I'm going to be yelling at the TV the entire time, but I'm going to enjoy it.
You must do what you feel is best.
Thank you so much.
Yeah, the first time Picard got a beat down from his admiral woman.
Oh yeah,
that's when I was like,
STFU.
all right, it's over. It's done. This is.
Yes,
Well, he gets to beat down everybody, not just
I know,
her,
but
just
she was the
everyone,
first.
The entire all. For
It's
all
Is that the one that everybody clips who talks about effing hubris?
Yeah. There's a fan theory that
Oh,
she's
that,
actually
Ronald.
a character that was a navigator on the Enterprise D under Picard, and then got promoted over him, or at least peer wise. And it was her revenge for the way that she didn't like the way that the Enterprise was run. And so I think it's fascinating to fill in my brain cracks with garbage. That's why I know so much
thought
about.
you just said 15 minutes ago that life was too short to torture
No, I
yourself.
know, but the thing is,
So make
I know,
up your
right?
mind.
Exactly.
Make up your
exactly,
mind,
Tiger
buddy.
Stripes. It's like, why do you waste time watching something you don't like?
Because it's
Yeah,
bad
the thing is-
schlock. It's entertaining bad. I think it's so
Yeah,
bad it's good.
So, but that's the thing is that Scotty sometimes does like to watch garbage.
do like-
and
I
it's
do like
enjoyable for him
garbage.
sometimes.
I'm a big
So-
fan of asking dates if they want to go to Arby's.
Yeah, why would you waste time
You'll
going to
notice the
Arby's?
resounding silence here. We're all appalled.
Well, I
No
don't
one
know.
wants to go to Arby's.
Curly fries at Arby's. I will.
I
go
thought you were
for.
trying to impress
Thanks,
this
man.
girl, for Christ's sake.
Oh, she's fictional. I don't have to impress her.
Nonetheless.
Just take her to the movies. Why are you taking her to Arby's? What
And
the
then when somebody says, "Is this
Because
seat
of the
taken?"
curly
you say
fries.
yes.
Dee, do you want to go get some curly fries? Maybe you.
Oh
and I
yeah, I'll
should
go
hang
for
out.
curly fries, but don't think I'm going to put out afterwards.
Oh no, neither am I.
Wow, it's a date.
Curly
Not
fries
even
are a
Dalek-
sign of intelligence.
a couple of bros hanging out watching movies, eating curly fries. What's so?
Or so they
date?
say.
Or so they
So
say.
if you're ever in a job interview and they ask you what kind of fries you want, straight or curly, the answer is always curly.
Agreed.
Don't like the
Mhm.
straighties.
That's always my answer. Dalek 451 says, yeah, that's probably Hermione's biggest flaw. She's very intelligent, but she's very narrow-minded and rigid when it comes to knowledge. Can't think outside the box.
No, I'm just
I don't know about
logical
that.
and
Yes, she
intuitive.
can. She's the one who comes up with the idea of using the coins to call everybody to.
And she's
In order-
and she saved Ron from the Devil's Snare. in the
And
first
she's
movie.
also taking double classes for the first 3 years of school. God, that would drive you insane.
Oh yeah, she was using time travel to take extra classes.
Yes.
Mhm.
That was crazy. Mhm. Oh my god, I'm sorry, guys. There's
what?
a little extra fun going on.
She couldn't
No,
get
don't
Ron
worry,
to-
Jill. Counts for the territory.
She couldn't get Ron to figure out that she liked him. Boys
That's
are
true,
dumb,
that's true.
but come on.
No boys are dumb.
Scotty is a walking
But
contradiction.
you're going to find you one.
It's true. Is that a Green
That's why
Day
it's so
song?
fun, though.
Walking Contradiction? Or it might be an album. I don't know. I don't think it's Green Day. I think I'm just incredibly out of touch.
It's a series, The Walking Contradiction.
Sure.
Well, I guess Mr. Miles does want to talk about season 3 of Picard because he's saying lesbian of 9. I mean 7 of 9.
Yeah,
I can remember
Toad.
back in the day I used to say, oh, just call her 6 of 9 and get it done with.
Well,
Would've
yeah.
been-
Did you know that?
That would have brought in
that-
more
that's-
guys.
That's not completely her own body. She's wearing a breastplate to
Wow.
under that cat suit.
No, I did not realize that. Thank you.
I didn't either. I just learned that recently.
I heard she was heavily cantilevered, as you would have to be in a bodysuit like that. But no, I did not realize she was wearing an enhancer.
Boob armor.
She was.
It makes sense.
Boob
it
armor.
Explains everything.
Don't care.
Yeah, it's
Speaking
totally
of,
fine.
Yes, men never care. They're into the fantasy.
That's
It's
right.
part of her character.
Speaking
Indeed.
of Marvel in that comment you showed, Joe, I went to the bookstore. I'm not kidding you. There were 4 bookshelves, really big bookshelves of manga, and towards the back, the Marvel and DC comics, really 2 small shelves. That was it.
See, that's unfortunate, and it's unfortunate not only for that, but also that there aren't other comics. Like, I wish that they had 2000 AD and like some Judge Dredd books, because I know they have omnibuses of those. And yeah, when it comes to sequential media, sequential art, it seems that manga is currently king.
It is.
Yes,
It is.
because it saddens me to see like Marvel and DC being the shell of their former selves, and people don't like that. They like to see it, they want the original roots of Marvel and DC. That's what the fans want. They don't want this BS they're seeing now in Western comics nowadays. That's why, mainly, in my opinion, manga and anime are doing so well, because they don't really pay attention to that stuff.
Well, there's a cultural
Right.
constant that happens in that part of the world. There are agreed upon mores where it's not necessarily a struggle. Like, we talk about culture wars and wokeness and things like that, but everybody, it seems that from the culture that manga is being produced from, they've just sorted it and set it and said, okay, whatever.
Well, in one case, the manga, they want to actually entertain. They want to tell you a good story, and they want you to have some fun. And then with the
But they're also they're
DC
gonna
and
make
Marvel, they want to
there's
tell
no
you you're awful. And
there's
then
no
they wonder why people
childish
don't want to buy their stuff.
there's no childish separation saying that comic books are for children. It's a form of art in the way that you can present your stories. And so if there is a story about, an alternative lifestyle, different sexuality, gender confused, sort of, if that's a story that an artist wants to tell, it's completely acceptable to be told in that genre.
Well, that
But
would be absolutely wonderful if it was like a singular person with their own vision trying
Mhm.
to tell a story
Yes.
that is meaningful to them, and instead of
But
a
they don't turn
corporate
it into Iron
boardrooms
Man.
of
Exactly. Like Bumblebee from
psychologists.
Transformers isn't going to be
Well-
a transformer, if you will.
The Japanese, though, they have a sense of honor and dedication to their craft, and not that we do not anymore. They well, I had a point to make, dang it, now I lost it. But
Sounded really good.
yeah, they are for the story, the characters, the lore, or whatever they're writing about. And the people, I mean, they spend all day every day drawing and writing these things, and they dedicate their lives to it. But our people who do our stuff now, it's just a paycheck. It's just they have no creativity. They don't care about the past. They don't care about it's just a message, a platform to push a message, and
They don't know
and
the
that's it.
backstory on it. They haven't done their research on it or anything like that.
Are we
They don't
talking
really
about the
think they're
difference
fans of it.
between manga and comic books?
Yes, basically.
Well, I think most comic book artists, the same thing as most book cover artists, have very little say about what they get to draw, sadly. It's
Oh,
not
that's
always
also-
true, but it's
That's a good
often
point.
true.
Yeah, so they're being told to insert this in there, and then
Well,
the
it's
creativity is lost along the way because of
it's
it.
the writers and the editors mainly. And don't kid yourself. A lot of these artists are on board with it. They don't care. They don't give a lot of pushback to it.
Well, Mr.
You know what I
Miles says
saw?
manga is and anime are doing well because they focus on story, not politics. It's really that simple. Manga has a vast range of themes that comics don't, in terms of how
Mhm.
there's comics are superhero themed. We don't have Casper, Wendy the Witch, or any of that anymore. And welcome back to Bird of Prey 5.
Hey, Butterprey.
Kapla.
Hey, Kaplan.
Kapla.
Thank you so much for all the.
Mr. Miles, I do agree with you. Manga artists and writers do work themselves to death. Nearly, it is a common issue for them. Sadly, one of my favorite creators of manga and anime, I forget his name, but he does the series Hunter x Hunter, and that manga has been going, hiatus to continue back and forth because his health, varies. I do know his health has been up and down, but it's been problems for several years now. And I do know for a fact he has written out a ending for the story, 3 separate endings ahead of time, just in case he does sadly pass away.
Oh, that's very kind of him to think of others. That's the incredible storytelling that you want to see, is that someone is worried that they're going to pass before they finish their work, so they give you the ending just
Well,
in case. Wow.
their projects or their characters, they mean something to them because they created this, their baby. So that's why you see the guy who created One Piece, he's got creative say over the TV show. He didn't want them ruining it. If you created something and you just let it go to somebody else and let them vandalize it, would that make, they don't want that, and it shows, and that's the way you have to be.
Right.
That's my favorite thing, is when a TV show is, they completely write the entire thing, and so they have a plan. They know where they're going to end up.
Mm-hmm.
And so it doesn't just meander into hundreds of lost and forgotten plot holes throughout the entire series, like Lost.
Yeah.
But
Or
Bird of Prey 5 is gonna
Star Wars.
say something, I think. Did you have something to say, Bird?
Oh, not yet. Really.
Oh, okay. Just checking.
Here's the guy's. Sorry, Bird.
Sorry.
No worries. You go ahead, Bird.
I just wanted to say I know Deej is heading out soon. But
Yeah, I was just going to say that I got to run because I'm going out for liquid painkiller after being flipped. So, yeah. But I want you guys all to have a Merry Christmas.
Merry Christmas.
Merry Christmas. Merry Christmas.
The only time you're going to
Deej
hear me
Odyssey.
say it.
Hey, wait a minute. Wait a
The
minute.
only time you're going to hear me say that, because usually it's bah humbug for me.
You're saying Merry Christmas, especially just for me. That is that means
because
a lot to me.
Even my own stream, I say bah humbug. So,
Well, you know
bah
what
humbug.
though? You even wanted to put on your Santa outfit for me, so that also
well-
means a lot to me. Thank you
Well,
so
you
much
never
for
know.
being here.
If you stream anytime between now and Christmas, you may have a wild Deej appear in a Santa suit or a pink bunny outfit holding the Red Rider action carbine.
Mm.
Because I do
Well-
have that along with my pink bunny suit.
That's so great. Well,
You'll shoot your
I
eye
hope
out,
you have a
kid.
really great. I hope you have a really great day, and so cool you're going out.
Heck yeah. I
Awesome.
need
Yeah,
some
I'm going
liquid
with him.
painkiller.
Party on.
Don't drink too much.
We're gonna get curly fries.
I never drink too much. Is
Oh,
there
good.
really a too much?
There
There
can
is.
be. There's a
There
line.
is.
Just got to know where it's at.
You need to go back and watch some of my drinking streams.
Oh no. I was on a stream with a guy who was drinking and he crossed the line and it wasn't good. Okay.
I went through an entire bottle of Fireball on a stream.
Oh,
Oh,
my
my
stars! I
goodness.
love cinnamon.
Well, it depends on
Yeah.
how big the bottle was.
This big?
Oh my God, yeah. So
Oh
that's too much.
Whoa.
no, that's baby talk. Those are rookie numbers.
Yeah. The other guy had
Well,
a
for
bigger bottle.
you,
That will be
Yeah.
New Year's Eve too on my live stream.
Oh, that's exciting. Well,
oh, okay.
awesome.
Yeah, I know you used to do like 72-hour live streams. Are you ever
Oh
gonna
no,
do
I'm
stuff
getting too
that
damn old
behind
for
you?
that. I'm too old for that anymore.
Yeah, if I didn't have children, I would have tried to do that already. But they
The
stopped me.
longest
They need
the
me for
longest
stuff.
live stream I did was 10 hours, and that was
But as I leave, it's have yourself a merry little Christmas.
Merry Christmas, Steege. Thank you.
Merry Christmas.
Let your heart be light. Sorry, you
You're
got me
correct,
going.
Mr. Miles. Is Yoshihiro Togashi. Great artist. He also did Yu Yu Hakusho.
It's a weird name.
It was my favorite 90s. One of my favorite 90s anime series.
Oh, yeah.
I'm such
I'm the
a
same.
middle of the road anime fan. Like I suppose I would call myself vanilla. I like Cowboy Bebop and Akira. Like,
Here's a good movie.
I really enjoy it.
Now I
Avatar.
can say, bah humbug, night owl, and a bah humbug to you too. So, but thanks for saying Merry Christmas for me. That's so cool.
Well, Jill, I do actually have to take my leave. I have to go and
Yeah.
do the thing that you guys were saying you shouldn't go do it. I'm gonna go.
You shouldn't go do it.
venture.
Don't do it. What?
I'm gonna go venture the stores. I'm gonna go
wait.
battle the crowds. I gotta go
You're
and
gonna
get
go
myself.
shopping.
I'm gonna go shopping. I gotta go get some grocery supplies, and I'm gonna do my best to put headphones in, huff a little perfectly legal Canadian product, and look at the frustration of those around me as I am blissfully ambling down the cereal aisle.
You know, the best time to shop is in the evening, though, Scotty. I went out last night and bought a few groceries, and it was fucking dead. Like, I got great parking.
Language.
This is the time to shop. Go out in the evening, because the afternoons are nuts, right? It's nuts.
No, I know, and someone said you shouldn't go, and I was like, well, I always expect a crowd when I go out in public, so it's not going to be jarring. I'm just ready to see other people get upset,
Who
or
said
maybe
you
they'll be
shouldn't
the
go?
No, last time was insane.
my roommates.
There were like dozens of good parking spots where there's usually nothing. So last time
I don't
was
mind
pretty
parking
good.
far away from the store. I
No,
enjoy a
it's
good
I
jog.
think it was close
Anyway,
to the store. Trouble is,
Your roommates.
they had no turkeys because the freezer died and they had to chuck all the turkeys.
Well,
out.
hey, wait a minute, Scotty. Is there anything you want to share? Are you streaming tonight? You're
Yeah,
streaming
go-
tonight, right?
Go for it, Scotty.
that's true. That
Okay,
is
so
true.
Let
Yeah.
us know what you want to share before you go.
Oh, I'm going to be on with Kat, and we're going to be talking over on the Phantasmagorium show, and we're going to be talking about Fargo season 5. I think season 6 is tonight. Season 6 episode 6 or episode 5.
And you said that it has something to do with The Nightmare Before Christmas. This is one of my favorite Christmas movies.
Never seen it. Still haven't seen it. I was supposed to see it by tonight because it is before Christmas, and I won't be able to see it again.
Well, I could tell you all about it, but I probably don't. I don't know if I'll have.
Well, I gotta go, so not yet. I'm sure Jack Skellington wins. It's delightful, but
No, he doesn't. That's the whole point of the movie. Is that
does he die of a
doesn't
heart
win.
attack?
No, he doesn't die. He's already
Oh,
dead.
Oh my God.
That's why he
He
can
has a
take off his
happy-
head.
He has a happy
See,
ending with Sally.
It's all fun and games until you say that.
So
Jack
you're going to be
Skellington
talking about a
dies
movie
of
tonight you haven't seen. Just want to make
Not
that
true.
clear.
Not true. No, there
Asking,
are parallels.
Asking for a friend.
No, but there are parallels stated by the showrunner Noah Hawley that season
To
5
Fargo
of
season. What's it?
Fargo season 5. There is character parallels between A Nightmare Before Christmas and the
Wow.
son of John Hamm.
Well, I
in the
guess then
show.
it'll be up to Kat to cover those parallels.
You should
He
have
does.
watched. You should have watched the movie, Scotty.
Yeah,
You at
Cat's
least
my real
watch
really
mom.
Cat's the meat. Cat's the
He
meat
is.
of that show.
I hope Cat whips your sorry ass into shape and tells you something.
She always does. She
She's the
is
best.
she calls it live, and I'm the color. So it's fun.
Well,
It's
have a wonderful
great
day,
pleasure.
and I hope your shopping
Scotty.
goes really well. And,
Thank you.
And
Merry
I-
Christmas.
Yeah, Merry Christmas, Scotty.
Merry
And
Christmas and Happy New Year, Scotty. If I don't
I'll
talk
see you
to
later.
And Scotty, when you say roommates, you mean your dad, right?
He's only one guy.
Merry Christmas.
Yeah.
Merry Christmas. My
Merry
mom's
Christmas.
around too.
Oh,
Anyway.
I didn't. I had no idea. Oh,
You
say
didn't
hello
think
to
I
your
had a
mother
mom?
for me.
What kind of monster did you think I was birthed from?
I have no idea.
Anyway, thank you so much,
Cabbage
Anonymous,
Patch.
Raquel,
It's
Bird of Prey, Hail Karoga, PvP, love your body, Larry. Jill, I will see you as soon as possible. I'll talk to you guys in the future. Did I
Later.
miss anybody?
Have
Oh, Tiger.
fun.
You're leaving me
Tiger.
out. Leaving me
Save
out.
me a dance. Save me a
You're
dance.
breaking
How
my
dare you.
heart. Merry Christmas.
Merry Christmas.
Merry Christmas.
Have fun.
Yeah.
And then there
Well,
was
it's
sex.
always wonderful to have Scotty R37 on the channel. He's the color and the enthusiasm that I always like. He likes things that I don't like, but that's okay. It's
He's
really fun to talk to.
almost delightful when he's sober. I will say that.
Most of us
Well,
are.
there's certain degrees, and
Most
so
of us
he was
are.
whatever he was. It was the perfect degree of whatever he needed to be.
I concur.
Is that like the second Foo Fighters album, The Color and the Shape? It's like he was in shape and he was on good color today.
I guess
Okay.
I don't know that album, but you know,
Oh,
you
that's
do know all the
so
music.
good. Actually, I gotta upload that album to my channel because I'm not a big. Get this, I'm not a Foo Fighters fan by
Well,
any
feel
means.
free to blather about it for another 4 minutes. While
No,
we
I'll
all
just-
try to politely be quiet.
I'll give it 30 seconds.
That would help.
Their second album is really great. Color and Shape is a very good album. I think I had like 3 hit singles off it. So, and videos, awesome album. So I'm going to put that one up on my channel this weekend.
Yeah, exactly. You have a channel you
Yeah.
put a bunch of you curate a lot of music. So if anybody wants a new playlist to listen to, PvP knows how to sort them out.
Gosh, thank you, Joe. Curate is such a kind word for me just uploading and dumping stuff on my channel. Hey, get this though. You realize I just checked, I have 85 subscribers now? Just putting
85.
out
You're gonna
music.
get 100 before you even have any live streams.
It's nuts. This
JT
is not-
Kirk says
this is not
Scotty
nuts.
was birthed like
Yurkai.
So yeah,
Straight out of a
nasty.
mud hole in the ground.
My good lord.
Like a potato person.
A potato person.
What did Mr. Miles? Hey, DJ Ronnie. Merry Christmas.
DJ
Hello,
Ronnie.
Merry Christmas,
DJ
DJ
Ronnie.
Ronnie.
Gee, Merry Christmas.
Good afternoon, friends.
Does anyone else
Have a good
remember
Christmas,
the
DJ.
TNG episode, Remember Me, where Beverly gets
I do
sucked
remember
into a
me.
quantum
I remember
wormhole?
that title, but
Well,
I don't remember the episode.
Well, it was all Wesley's fault because he was doing some science experiment.
Right, right. And so in the bubble, the universe keeps getting smaller. And
Mm.
at the end, she's got to jump out. And the alien, the traveler is there. Wesley is there. And I watched the episode the other day. And I'd seen it, 100 times. But I had never noticed how much Beverly hates Wesley
Mm.
because she jumps out at the end of the episode out of this universe. Her son disappeared earlier. She thought like he was gone, and then she's reunited with him. She's in the room. He comes back into the room, and what's the first thing she does? Is she and Captain Picard Picard comes and gets her. Picard leaves Wesley who has collapsed. He has collapsed. He looks like he is dead. And he leaves Wesley to go to get Dr. Crusher and pick her up. And she takes all the opportunity to hold and hug and even almost kiss Picard. And she is all into him. And even though she looks and makes eye contact and sees her collapsed son over the computer, she then goes to check on the traveler, who doesn't appear to be sick at all. And it's only then, awkwardly, after Wesley is like starting to stand up, that she like look and like, oh, I guess I gotta come and hug my son. I find it hilarious.
He's like, dang, Wesley made it.
Yeah.
I guess I better go check on him.
Well, yeah, that's true. I think you're right. That if that's the order with which she showed affection,
I just
like,
know that
going for Picard
Mama
first
Prey,
isn't weird, but
she would have come. I mean, maybe I don't know, Mama Prey has a thing for Captain Picard, but if she did, once that was over, I would at least be the number 2 most
Right.
important person in the room.
right, the traveler shouldn't have come second.
Oh yeah, she confirms I'll always be number 1. And Captain Picard would be last. Well, that's up to you, Will.
Well, that is. I'm pretty sure you're right. But I don't know.
I figured at that point everybody wanted Wesley off the show.
Well, but she did get into that predicament because of him.
That's true, but doesn't matter if your mom's mad at you.
It's
If
true.
you're hurt,
Love is unconditional.
Yep. If you're hurt, that's the first person you go to.
We've never needed a crew before.
And last son of K says, Will Wheaton has always been a twerp. I'm going to say here that back in the day when that show was new, it was at a local con in Los Angeles. And they had a panel called The Wesley Problem, or Why Does Everyone Hate Wesley?
Yeah,
and this
the
was again
Wesley
back in the
problem.
day, very early. And Will Wheaton showed up, and not only was he on that panel, but he also walked the convention floor that day. And that's guts. I mean, he was just a kid. You know, he was very young. And that's true courage, in my opinion.
Oh, definitely.
Yeah.
Smiles.
But yeah, yeah, I didn't know he showed up for his own council of
Yes.
not liking this guy.
Yes, that was like first
We like
season
your
too.
character. We're all
You know, when
talking.
everybody hated him.
You're gonna show
It's
up.
real guts.
I see Mr. Miles' comment. I have a feeling I would talk to Raquel for hours about anime and manga. You're
Yeah,
not
you could.
wrong. I
Definitely.
love anime and manga. I'm
Okay,
pretty
so
much a big
wait,
fan.
Mr. Miles has got to go, so I'm gonna put the link in the chat for Raquel's channel. You need to subscribe to her if you haven't. You can talk to her for forever about it.
Yeah, I'm also on Twitter, Raquel SSG 2211.
So here you go, Mr. Miles. If anybody's not subscribed to Raquel SSG, definitely do so because she's got a lovely channel and it's so good to hear what she has to say.
Yeah, and last Sunday, K, thank you for bringing it up. But yes, I am like 4 subs away to 1K.
Oh my gosh, you're gonna have 1K. That is so cool. So you're gonna be monetized, like full monetization coming up.
Well, I need to get my public watch hours up before I can do that.
Well, that's no problem. Just live stream more.
Of course. That's the plan.
There you go. There you go. So Mr. Miles has got to go. He's got to do the same thing as Scotty. Got to do some shopping. Take care. Merry Christmas. Merry Christmas.
Merry Christmas, Mr. Miles.
Will Wheaton has always been a twerp. Yep, he always has. He always will. It's great. It's part of his character. I have drunk in one of O'Toole's locales, the Turk's Head in Scarborough. I don't know what that is.
What
A
language was
pub,
that?
I imagine.
It's a festival in my area.
Oh, a festival. That's cool.
Mm-hmm.
DJ Ronnie G. Oh, it looks like DJ had to go too. Thanks to you, Raquel, Jill, and panelists.
Merry Christmas.
Merry Christmas.
Thanks, DJ.
Merry Christmas, DJ.
I don't know.
No,
So,
go
Ariba
ahead.
Bell
Oh.
says, I was at a convention in Tulsa. Will Wheaton was right next to Walter Koenig. All day long, the queue for Will was 20 to 30 people, and Walter got a meager trickle. So sad.
What? I would have been on Chekhov's line in a heartbeat. What a
Me
bunch of crap.
too. That doesn't make sense.
No.
What was going on?
Weird.
Oh, the young people love the social media. If you don't have a strong social media presence, they don't quite key to you. And then once you get that, you just blow up. It's
Well, maybe that'll be what will happen for Walter because he's going to be on the Seventh Rule podcast to talk about Star Trek: The Original Series
Oh, that's
with
cool.
season 2. And Seventh Rule is a podcast done by the actor who played Jake Sithko in
Ooh.
Deep Space Nine.
oh, neat.
Kira Clough.
And yeah, Sarah Lofton. Thank you.
Is that on its own website or is that on YouTube?
It's on YouTube. Yeah, as far as I
I'll
know,
have to
it's
go
on
have a
YouTube.
look for it.
Yeah, definitely. It's
The
gonna be
seventh
cool. I'm
roll,
sure.
R-O-L.
The seventh rule. The seventh rule. It's
L-E
seventh
or
rule of
L-L?
acquisition because he started the
rule.
channel with. Yeah, he
Sure.
started the channel with another Deep Space
Aaron
Nine actor.
Eisenberg.
Yes, who played Nog on Deep Space
Sure.
Nine. So they were best friends
Ah,
as
that's
characters
lovely.
on the show, and so
Mhm.
they were friends in real life. And they started a podcast called The Seventh Rule because it's based on the rules of acquisition, and so the
Mhm.
seventh rule is something about listening. The
Mhm.
seventh rule.
Neat. I love it. Gotta go look for that.
I don't know if you guys agree with this, but well, in terms of woke culture, I don't really believe or see everything as woke. Yeah, I do agree there's a lot of it, but I don't really think everything is woke.
That's true. Like just
And
diversity itself is not woke. It's only woke if you're trying to put someone down
mhm.
in the process.
And I also believe it's like just being too hyped up, in my opinion.
But it is. I think is being applied a little liberally. It's not always true. So it's important if you hear it to sometimes see it for yourself and
Yeah,
come to
it's
your own
like, you
conclusion.
know, like for example, a woman, like a strong, independent woman is technically in the film. Oh, I must be woke. Like, no. This is a female having a strong lead in a movie doesn't mean it's woke.
It's true. It doesn't mean it's woke. The only way it's woke is if she's only strong and then she puts other men down somehow.
There's some more nuance to that, but yeah, the being a strong female character, if you come out before the movie or show ever hits the market and they're advertised as a strong female character, you can pretty much guarantee it's intersectional feminist woke crap. But there are plenty of strong female characters that are written well, that aren't used as some sort of platform for some ideology, and they're not there to tear down the male characters. They're out there. To be honest, they're far and few between nowadays, but they used to do it so well in the past. There's a whole litany of great characters that was strong and female, and everybody loved them, and they were written so well, and they just can't seem to do that correct nowadays for some reason.
No, because if Amo has a strong female lead, she has to put the men down because of toxic masculinity. And like, no, I just don't really get the point.
Asuna K says a lead female character is fine, and Mary Sue is dreaded. And I think Mary Sues are actually not good for women because then you get a character who isn't nuanced. They don't learn, they don't grow, and they're just
or a
shown as
Gary
imperfect.
Lou, and there's a lot of those too.
True.
It's an easy trope in literature for people to write. It's kind of the first thing people latch onto when they begin to write. And then most people sort of transition out of it and realize. But, you can argue about who's what and, that kind of thing.
Yeah, and he is right. So Ripley is the greatest example of the way to do a great, strong female character the right way, because you really don't suspect that she's going to be anything during the movie because she's just part of the crew and they're all just trying to figure out what's going on. And her heroism comes out of the need to survive.
Necessity.
Oh no, your main VCR is shot, DJ? Oh no.
My VCR broke years ago and I never got a new one. But yeah, so Bird of Prey 5 mentioned the Star Trek episode. The most Christmassy Star Trek episode I can think of is Tapestry. And so I really love Tapestry. It's the Star Trek's It's a Wonderful Life episode where Q takes his interest in humanity to the biggest degree here and letting Picard explore his life as if he could fix, something from his past, from when he was fighting, when he fought and he lost his heart and he had to get an artificial.
Doesn't Tapestry?
Nausicaans, yes.
Doesn't Tapestry basically explore how Picard's life could have been if he was not Picard?
What I love about it is that we all have things from the past that we end up regretting, and we think that, if only I could go back and fix that mistake.
Oh, I have too many of those, Jill.
But it's those mistakes and experiences that define us, and so anything.
Oh yeah, I
anything
may because I'm here, right? But yeah, I have so many regrets, Jill. If I could go back in the last 35 years and correct some of those mistakes, I'd be probably a much happier person.
You think, but that's what Picard thought. He thought if he went back and fixed his big mistake, that everything would be better. But Q showed him, Q gives him this gift of showing him what would be like if he did the thing he regretted, and he ends up being a junior lieutenant science officer.
Sadly, it's true that people in leadership roles are often total a-holes. So,
and it was that being an asshole that helped him become captain.
But it is very true, though, isn't it? Like we think, if I could just go back and correct the mistakes I made 30 years ago. But life doesn't work that way because, the mistakes you made then, you could have been far worse off now if you'd gone with some of the things you thought were good 30 years ago and they turned out to be bad. So, there's no guarantee about life, is there?
No.
The best option for life is to learn from your mistakes,
Exactly.
watch others, and learn from their mistakes.
But what do you do
and Picard didn't stay a hothead his whole life.
The question is, okay, you made a mistake, and you make up for it, including taking accountability with it. But if you're still getting shit for your mistakes, what can you do but move on?
Right, and move on in the best way you can. Keep doing the best.
If people are still giving you crap for your mistakes that you have been redeemed for, then leave them behind because they're not your friends. They're not people you want to associate with.
Well, right. They don't care about your improvement.
No.
And-
Yeah, I think the best advice is to, well, it's that's the life. It's just like move on, get through it, go ahead, go forward, because we've all got that date with destiny when we won't be here anymore, and you just got to move forward until that date, right?
Ariba Bell says, "Oh no, I'm a starship captain. I'm so unfulfilled."
Well,
I'm
he was
unfulfilled too.
tricked. Picard was tricked by Q. Picard said that Q said that he could do it without changing history, and so Picard thought nothing would change. And then he turned out, he said, "Well, nothing important changed." Yeah,
Gives a sneaky bastard.
he wasn't captain anymore, but
I do like you, but he's kind of a
history
sneaky bugger.
still was going on the same.
Mhm. Franco Walker says, "Please subscribe, share, hit the like, and select live chat."
I
Well,
always.
Mm-hmm.
I've been sub for so
Indeed.
long, I can't remember. I've probably been sub for a year, and I always hit the like button. I always
well,
hit the
speaking
like
of not
button.
making a mistake, I better go take care of. I've got to go pick up my children, so they need or at least one of them. One
I
of
was
them's already
waiting
on
for
vacation.
this.
Yeah,
It's like
and so
usually
I do have to.
after 1 o'clock. It's like the time you gotta
Yeah,
go. So
so what do you have to share with us, PvP? Do you
A
have
cup
anything
of
you wanna
coffee.
share? A cup of
just
coffee
wanna-
is a good idea.
I just want to say a Merry Christmas to everybody on the stream. A very big, heartfelt Merry Christmas to you all.
Mhm.
You guys know I have a big heart and I have big love for everybody that I talk to. And merry damn Christmas. If I don't see you in the next week or so, don't feel bad because I'm wishing you a huge, big, heartfelt Merry Christmas right now. So I love you guys
Merry
and
Christmas.
Merry Christmas to you all.
And Tiger Stripes, do you have anything you want to share before we go?
Oh, Merry Christmas.
Yeah, Merry Christmas.
Yeah, thank you for the live stream. It's been a fun party.
You're welcome. Yeah, it really has. I had a great time, and I'm so glad you guys joined me. Anonymous,
Yes, ma'am.
thank you so much. I'm so honored you decided to join me today. I
Hey,
don't get to see you.
I had time. It's like I said, I like being on here. I'm just always at work, and it's just never a good time. But today was grand. Today was special.
Yeah,
And I'd like to say Merry Christmas to everybody else. And if you don't mind, just have a wonderful Christmas this year, and I hope you get everything you asked for or wished for. And
oh yeah,
and you just, if you don't mind, just give a thought or two to the reason for the season, and be blessed.
definitely. Thank you, Anonymous. And
problem.
yeah, I do hope everyone gets their Christmas wishes. Berto Pray 5, thank you for being here also. And
Thank you.
That was great.
Merry
I hope you feel better
Christmas to all,
soon. Merry
and
Christmas.
check in on your loved ones.
Yes. Will you be having a bed life tomorrow? I hope.
I will see.
Well, we'll see.
Up in
Okay.
the air. I would definitely like to some type of stream tomorrow.
Oh, something.
so
Okay, so it might be more like
I-
this, where you can just relax.
Yeah, something. It's everything's kind of up in the air at the moment, but
Mhm.
I will try.
Yes. And yes, Dalek, I am wrapping up. I'm wrapping up. And I know Ariba Vel is in the chat. I want to remind everybody, I haven't made the live stream for it yet, but we're going to be on my channel having a giveaway for some of Cardinal Sin's things that Ariba Vel wants you guys to have. And so I will work on getting that live stream up to be ready for next Thursday. So after Christmas, that's going to be an event that will be here. And Raquel SSG, what do you have to share?
Well, let's see. I'll be probably going to the movies tomorrow. To see the Studio Ghibli movie, The Boy and the Heroine. Pretty excited to see that tomorrow. But if not tomorrow, then I'll like watch it next week. And for the rest of the weekend, I'm just playing video games, really. And
Yeah. I've been thinking I want to do that too, but I'm gonna go out of town.
yeah,
so
I know,
won't have a
right?
chance.
I'm most likely gonna live stream on my gaming channel on the weekends, and then most likely gonna do a hangout on Christmas Eve and Christmas Day on my main channel as well.
All right. That sounds great. Thank you. Thank you, Raquel, for being here. And also, Last Son of K says, thank you, Jill. Panel and chat. Great stream. Yes. And thanks to everyone in the chat who made it, helped make it this a really great stream. I really enjoy all of the engagement and all of the fun. And I hope everybody has a Merry Christmas, Happy Holidays. And I'll see you the next time. It might be next year. I'm not sure. No, wait. It's next Thursday. I'll see you at least by next Thursday. See you next Thursday. So this is the last live stream of the year, after all. But I won't have my next Star Trek stream until January 9th. So January 9th, I'll be having a live stream for the Day of the Dove. Because January 2nd is the day after New Year's, so it's still a little too close to the holiday. And so I'm gonna have that one free. I'll probably have just a shore leave for January 2nd.
LDG's at it again, so.
Oh, he is? He's at it again? Oh my gosh, LDG, he left a Christmas present.
Look at him go.
LDG, thank you, LDG. He gifted 5 Anti-Derivative Jill memberships.
He didn't even wrap it.
He didn't wrap his presents. Thank you so much. So the lucky people who won these membership gifts are FKHC 2005 became a member. Nobody cares became a member. Scott Davis became a member, and Adam Gray, along with William Shakespeare.
Nice.
Oh,
cool.
Scott Davis. Also Scott Davis.
Super
Wow.
nice.
And hello, hail to Canadian Spider-Man. Oh,
Hey!
you just got here, Spidey, but I'm already wrapping up the show. But I'm so glad you could be here at the end, and I'm glad I lasted as long as I did to get that wonderful present from LDG. And also thank you for the earlier presents that I got on the stream.
He was busy fighting off Canadian Bear Man.
Well, I also had a present from the Comic Relief Crusader. He said Merry Christmas to all, and I got something from Matt G too. So, and thank you guys, and thank you everyone in the chat. Thank you, Last Son of K. And he says great stream. And thank you to LDG and Free the Net. If you need to get a hold of LDG, he's almost always available at freethenet.org/underground.
Nice hangout.
Yeah, great to see you still going, Jill. Got to do some Christmas baking with Mom. Glad
Oh,
to listen in.
That totally reminds me. I have to help with the Christmas cookies this weekend.
Mm-hmm.
Thank you for
Yeah.
reminding me. Thank you.
You better go get those kids,
thank
Jill.
you, Spidey. Yeah, I will. I am going to. I'm just wrapping it up here, and I've got a moment.
Well, I'll
think
just
you
say
might
I
be late.
started my Christmas baking. I'm gonna have to throw it all out and start again.
Oh
Oh no, you
Yes,
got to
it went
start all
wonky.
over.
It'll
Oh.
be all right.
Okay, well at least you know what you got to do.
Yes, I know what I got to do.
Thank you, Canadian Spider-Man. Thank you, Reba Bell. And thanks to Franco Walker, Dalek451, Raquel SSG, of course, everyone on the panel, Anonymous, Birdo Break 5, PvP, Tiger Stripes, Scotty R37. And let's see. Was there anyone else on the panel? Deej Odyssey. He was here too. Thank you to him and Mr. Miles. Great to see everyone who decided to start their holidays here.
What does it mean
And-
subbed?
Subscribe. I
Dalek
think
was here.
subscribe to you.
Subscribe to your
Raquel.
Oh, thank you so much.
Yeah, because he likes to talk about anime, and that is a big part of your channel.
It is.
So then
I-
also, thanks for being here, Booger414.
I just want to thank you, Joe, for giving me a happy holiday, early
Live
happy
stream.
holiday.
Yeah, exactly.
And
And
I do have some stuff I need to do. I'm
yeah,
expecting a phone call later, so I
okay.
have some stuff.
Well,
But
yeah. So I
I'm
hope
so
everybody has a
glad.
good day. And oh man, everybody's baking. Everybody's houses must be smelling so
I'm
good.
just
James
so glad.
Caserta, thanks for being here. And also
I,
the Comic Relief Crusader earlier. Got
I
the
just wanted
brandy.
to. I just want to say thank you, thank you, thank you,
You're
Jill.
welcome.
You're
And
awesome.
thank you
I love
to
it.
Kristen Fandom
But
Geek.
I'm going to sign off now, so I just want to say
Okay. Okay. Okay, PvP. Thank you so much for stopping by and being here for the live stream.
Merry
you're
I'll talk
Christmas.
to you later.
you're always fun, and I'll talk to you later. Yes.
Merry
Merry
Bye,
Christmas.
Christmas,
BBB.
everybody.
Merry
Merry
Christmas.
Christmas.
Merry Christmas. Or
Merry
as
Christmas.
Frosty the Snowman says, Happy birthday.
Hey.
Mm-hmm.
And so, guys, I'll see you guys next time. I hope you have a great day.
You too. Merry Christmas, everyone.
Bye,
Merry
everybody. Merry
Christmas.
Christmas.
Blah, blah.
Bye.
Feliz Navidad.
What should I play out with? I don't exactly have any Christmas videos.
Oh, no.
You like music?
Huh?
I was just asking if you like music.
I do, Dan. Yeah, I like music.
I like it too. And food.
I've been acting for 35 years. 135 credits on IMDb. I was in a long-running series. You might remember it. Star Trek. But all I'm known for is combing the desert and saying, we ain't found shit.
You are now prisoners of the Klingon Empire against which you have committed a wanton act of war.
Take off, sir! Maintain your post!
Don't try to stop me, Captain.
If the alien is creating these events, Captain, it is apparently capable of manipulating matter and mind. This one appears to be strengthened by violent intentions.
It exists on the hate of others.
You don't die yet.
I now control this ship's power and life support systems. You will die of suffocation in the icy cold of space.
All right, move along. Done. Stop it. Get off of the things. Go outside. Get some food. It's like, you know, it's a time of day where you live. Go do something. Shut up, Snoopy. I don't care. You smoke too much. Let's go. Let's go adventure. Let's go explore.
And the ways our differences combine to create meaning and beauty.
Learn all that is learnable.
You are great. I am great.